Chapter 2700. The news of Emperor Chen Tian visiting Lin Fei on behalf of Emperor Guiyan spread like wildfire. Who this person represented, everyone was very clear in their hearts. The people who were ready to watch the show were all dumbfounded. He was trying to rope in Lin Fei. After all, who was Lin Fei? He had killed no less than 10 martial Emperor realm experts and countless quasi-martial Emperor realm experts since his debut. Who could compare to such a battle record? Lin Fei had defeated all the geniuses and became the most powerful cultivator in the ancient wasteland realm. It was only natural that the Great Emperor's alliance would send Emperor Chen Tian to meet him. The Shao family would not be able to get back at them. How can the alliance really rope in Lin Fei? That kid is full of evil tricks. He won't be obedient. The Shao family was in despair. This was not a good news. The Shao family couldn't do anything to Lin Fei. They even needed the 8 ancient families to suppress Lin Fei. If Lin Fei joined the Great Emperor's alliance, it would be a nightmare for them. Emperor Shao Fan had destroyed many of his collections. He couldn't suppress the anger in his heart. Countless thoughts popped up in his mind, but they were all suppressed. So what if you join the Great Emperor's alliance? No one in the ancient wasteland realm has been able to complete the 3 tests of the Dark Shadow Palace for hundreds of millions of years. I don't believe you can do it. Emperor Shao Fan could only comfort himself with this thought. I can't kill you, but you will definitely die. Emperor Chen Tian was in a good mood when he came for the second time. Lin Fei sent a message saying that he would join the Great Emperor's alliance. He was satisfied with the result. Emperor Chen Tian didn't dare to be careless when facing a guy with an invincible body. Congratulations, you will be the youngest supervising special envoy since the establishment of the Great Emperor's alliance. Emperor Chen Tian congratulated him as soon as he arrived. I'm from here, after all. I should be a part of the Great Emperor's alliance. Lin Fei said with a smile. Emperor Chen Tian didn't think so. You killed 8 or 9 great emperors. Are you still a part of this? If we don't recruit you, the Great Emperor Alliance will suffer heavy losses. We'll become the laughingstock of the Great Thousand Domains. Great Emperor Alliance Headquarters. Hidden in an independent space in the ancient wasteland world. Those who weren't members of the Great Empress Alliance didn't have the qualifications to enter this place. Emperor Chen Tian brought Lin Fei to the headquarters of the Great Emperor's Alliance. Other than being the headquarters, this place was also a place for cultivation. The spiritual energy of the world was dense. When Lin Fei arrived, many Great Emperor realm experts came out to welcome him. Even if they were overjoyed, they didn't want to be hated by the other party. The other party could easily kill them. Everyone's mood was different when they saw the young Lin Fei become the supervising special envoy. We don't have to worry about anything anyway. It's the 8 ancient families and Tianji Hall that are going to suffer. We can just watch the show. Some of the Great Emperor realm experts were gloating. Everyone knew the role of the supervising special envoy. If it weren't for this title, Lin Fei definitely wouldn't have joined the Great Emperor Alliance. No one thought that Lin Fei could hold this position for long. It wasn't a secret that the Shao family had sent someone to assassinate Lin Fei and triggered a mission from the Dark Shadow Palace. Whether Lin Fei could pass the 3 stages and become an inner disciple of the Dark Shadow Palace was also a mystery. In everyone's opinion, the possibility was very low. Joining the Great Emperor Alliance would give him a certain amount of influence, but it was completely different from joining the Dark Shadow Palace and becoming an inner disciple. It was extremely difficult for Lin Fei to become an inner disciple. Emperor Chen Tian brought Lin Fei around the headquarters of the Great Emperor Alliance to show him the way and prove that he was a part of it. These are your proof of identity. Emperor Chen Tian took out the corresponding items and gave them to Lin Fei. As the supervising special envoy, and the youngest one in history, the Great Emperor Alliance will reward you with 1 million contribution points. You can exchange them for cultivation techniques or 5 million sky crystals. At the same time, You will receive 100,000 contribution points every year, Emperor Chen Tian smiled. Lin Fei did some calculations. The Great Emperor Alliance was quite generous. 1 million contribution points could be exchanged for 5 million sky crystals. He would receive 500,000 sky crystals every year. This was not a bad benefit. These are some body cultivation techniques that the Great Emperor Alliance has collected. You can study them. Emperor Chen Tian represented the Great Emperor Alliance and showed enough sincerity. Lin Fei also pretended to be very excited. Both of them had achieved what they wanted. The position of supervising special envoy remained empty for a long time. This position had a lot of power. It could manage everything related to the Great Emperor Alliance. For example, in the ancient wasteland world, the various forces had to hand over a certain amount of benefits every year, or even every 100 years, such as mining, etc. However, the supervising special envoy could arrest anyone who did anything harmful to the Great Emperor Alliance. Therefore, the person sitting in this position had to have a certain level of strength. To put it bluntly, they had to have the strength to make all the great emperors wary. Without a doubt, Lin Fei had achieved this. In a one-on-one situation, there were not many great emperors who had the confidence to defeat Lin Fei. An 11th grade body was enough to make them retreat. This is your office. Emperor Chen Tian brought Lin Fei to a palace outside the headquarters of the Great Monarchs Alliance. This is your supervising special envoy token. In order to show Lin Fei his sincerity, Emperor Chen Tian arranged for people to tidy up the supervising special envoy's palace. I'm very satisfied with this place. Lin Fei liked that the palace was outside the Great Emperor Alliance headquarters. This way, he didn't need to deal with those people. It's good that you like it. Emperor Chen Tian introduced the supervising special envoy's power, such as the things that he should pay attention to. There was only one meaning in his words, which was that he needed solid evidence. The Great Emperor Alliance had set up this position to supervise the Great Emperors. It wouldn't affect the interests of the Great Emperor Alliance. If he wanted to target any Great Emperor, he needed evidence. Emperor Chen Tian believed that Lin Fei understood. This position had a lot of power, but he also needed evidence. If he went to arrest someone without evidence, no one would be convinced, and it would cause a huge commotion. As for the formation of the law enforcement team, we initially wanted to help you prepare for it, but after some thought, we decided not to. There will be 100 spots in the law enforcement team, and you will be able to form them yourself. I hope you can prepare well, Emperor Chen Tian said before he left. Master, they really aren't sincere. Even the 3 powerful great emperors didn't come to pick you up. Little Devil said unhappily. They just want to use you as a disposable tool. Chapter 2701. When the new cultivation technique is deduced, the remaining 2 stages of the Dark Shadow Palace will no longer be an insurmountable task. Lin Fei harumphed coldly. Leaving the formation of the enforcement team to me is the best thing I can do. You want to use me? Humph, I'll give you a headache when the time comes. As for the evidence, it's very simple. Lin Fei didn't care about the evidence that Great Emperor Chen Tian mentioned. No matter what they did, they would be exposed in front of Little Fiend, especially when it came to numbers. He didn't believe that they wouldn't be exposed. There's no hurry to form the enforcement team. Great Emperor Chen Tian returned to the headquarters of the Great Emperor's Alliance. Master, everything has been arranged. Lin Fei didn't do much. Great Emperor Chen Tian stood by a lake and said to a middle-aged man who was fishing, I believe that he will focus on forming the enforcement team in the near future. There shouldn't be any conflicts with the 8 ancient families. Are you so sure? The middle-aged man who was fishing was dressed in black and sat on the grass. However, even though he was so close, he seemed abnormally far away, as if he didn't exist. Master, will he cause trouble? Great Emperor Chen Tian was puzzled. Young people are hot-tempered. Lin Fei is different from the others. A calm voice sounded. Don't worry. Since he has entered the Great Emperor's alliance, he has to respect the rules. As long as he's within the rules, no one can do anything to him. The news that Lin Fei had joined the Great Emperor's alliance spread immediately. It caused quite a stir in the circle of great emperors. Especially the 8 ancient families, they all had different attitude. Especially since he had become the supervising envoy and held great power, he wouldn't be easy to deal with. No one could stop Lin Fei from taking the position of the supervising envoy, so they could only go along with it. After the news spread, the 8 ancient families arranged for someone to send a congratulatory gift. They had to give him some face. The other great emperors also did the same and came to visit him. Lin Fei didn't reject them and accepted the gift. He said that he wouldn't do anything and that everyone could rest assured. What everyone was worried about didn't happen. Ever since he became the supervising envoy, Lin Fei had been staying in the palace and hadn't done anything. The formation of the law enforcement team was also not carried out, and the entire palace was also empty. Later on, everyone found out that Lin Fei was in seclusion cultivating. This was really all bark and no bite. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. As long as Lin Fei didn't cause trouble, everything would be fine. An expert with an 11th level physical body was quite difficult to deal with. Furthermore, they had no chance of winning. This was what gave them the biggest headache. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Teams from the ancient wasteland realm came wave after wave. Lin Fei didn't move at all. He had been in seclusion all this time. The 8 ancient families were relieved. It was obvious that he had gone into seclusion to prepare for the second mission. Lin Fei did not have the leisure to come out and cause trouble. Lin Fei's ferocious reputation also faded away. Ding! Martial arts deduction successful. Ding! Congratulations, Master. You've obtained an Emperor-level skill. In the secret chamber of the palace, Lin Fei opened his eyes, a look of joy on his face. It wasn't easy. After 50 years, I've finally deduced the skill. For this skill, Lin Fei was still in debt. Even so, Lin Fei felt that it was worth it. Lin Fei immediately opened the system. In the system space there was an ancient book. It couldn't wait. Heaven's 12 Levels Overlord Body. Looking at the name on the ancient book, a domineering aura surged towards him. What an awesome name! The little devil's voice sounded. How about it, Master? This was specially deduced for you. There are a total of 12 levels, and it is the path of physical cultivation. In other words, it can be said that there are 2 paths of cultivation. One is physique cultivation, and the other is emperor intent. With dual cultivation, Master's strength will become stronger and stronger. Just the name alone sounded domineering. Currently, Master can only cultivate the first 3 levels of Heaven's 12 Levels Overlord Body. The little devil continued. So far, after collecting and integrating all the cultivation techniques, I can only deduce them up to the Great Emperor level. If Master wants to go to the next level, you will need to collect more cultivation techniques so that the system can deduce the next 9 levels for you. 3 levels. This was also what Lin Fei had imagined. In that case, I really have to become a disciple of the Dark Shadow Palace. The skills in the library are enough to perfect the next few levels of cultivation. Lin Fei was about to start cultivating. What a heaven-defying skill! I thought that the Great True Force Manual was very powerful, but compared to the Heaven's 12 Levels Overlord Body, it is obviously a level lower. Lin Fei had mastered the first 3 levels of the Heaven's 12 Levels Overlord Body. The first 3 levels were not difficult at all. Lin Fei's physical body realm was already at the first level Emperor. After activating the Great True Force Body, it was infinitely equivalent to a second-level Emperor. This skill was not a problem for him. Compared to the Great True Power technique, the heaven-defying 12 levels Tyrant Body was perfect in terms of cultivation and other aspects. There were almost no flaws. In a short period of time, Lin Fei had cultivated to the third level of the heaven's 12 levels overlord body. The first 3 levels belonged to the Emperor realm. Lin Fei's fleshly body was constantly being broken and reformed. Naturally, the naked eye couldn't see it, but he could see the changes in his body. His fleshly body was constantly getting stronger, and the effect was much stronger than the great true force body. This was still secondary. Lin Fei's proud sky covered the great true force body. 3 black dragons appeared around his body to protect him. They swam back and forth, and the surrounding void was crushed into pieces by the powerful force. As long as the 3 black dragons were not destroyed, no one could hurt Lin Fei's physical body. Each black dragon was abnormally strong. As they swam, they shattered the void. It was abnormally terrifying. It's really too strong. Lin Fei immediately realized how strong Proud Sky was. With the 3 black dragons protecting my body, my defense instantly reached the peak of the first-level Emperor realm. If I use time acceleration and perfect synchronization, my Proud Sky can step into the third-level Emperor realm. Currently, the Heaven's 12 levels Overlord body only had the first to the third level. However, it could easily allow people to cultivate their physical body to the third-level Emperor realm. This was something that the Great True Force Manual could not achieve. Proud Sky was very strong, but he needed time to synchronize with it. Slowly, he would reach this level. There are still 100 years left. I can totally accelerate time and try to improve my physical body to the third-level Emperor realm. Even if I can't, I will at least reach the peak of the second-level Emperor realm. Adding the 9th level of the Imperial Sword Technique, the second mission of the Dark Shadow Palace should be easy to complete. Chapter 2702. You want to go into seclusion? And you want to activate time acceleration? Number 130 had been in a very good mood recently. He was proud of his success. He finally had a promising candidate under him. When he heard Lin Fei's words, he was slightly taken aback. Are you sure you want to use time acceleration to cultivate? Our Dark Shadow Palace has seclusion rooms that can accelerate time, but the price isn't cheap. I've got some money recently, so I should be able to endure it for a while. After spending some money on the Flying Snow Divine Sword, the remaining money was enough to accelerate time. Follow me. Number 130 naturally wouldn't reject Lin Fei's small request. He brought Lin Fei to the seclusion room in the Dark Shadow Palace. Just like what he said, the seclusion room could accelerate time by collecting a certain amount of heavenly crystals. Lin Fei chose a middle-grade seclusion room and cultivated for 30 years. That was equivalent to 1 year in the outside world. There were still over 100 years until the second mission, so he could cultivate for over 3,000 years. That was more or less enough. After paying a certain amount of heavenly crystals, Lin Fei was declared bankrupt. Over 100 years wasn't a long time. However, to Lin Fei, 3,000 years was more than enough. If Proud Heaven wanted to be in perfect harmony, he needed time to temper it. 3,000 years Lin Fei had been cultivating Proud Heaven bitterly, tempering every level of Proud Heaven to the point of perfection, strengthening his physical body, and cultivating every level to the extreme. Physical body of the 9th order. Physical body of the 10th order. Physical body of the 11th order. Lin Fei cultivated every level of his physical body to the extreme. His strength continued to rise. Time passed from 100 years to 1,000 years, then 2,000 years, all the way to 3,200 years. Inside the seclusion room, Lin Fei let out a long breath, and a trace of joy appeared on his face. I finally succeeded. Third Order Emperor Realm, perfect 3 levels of Proud Heaven. Cultivating Proud Heaven wasn't easy. Ordinary people would not be able to even cross the threshold, let alone cultivate to the third realm. The heaven-defying 12 layers tyrant body that the system deduced for Lin Fei was really an extreme existence among the great emperor's technique. If it wasn't for the time acceleration, Lin Fei wouldn't be able to cultivate his body again perfectly. Each layer was broken through after reaching the extreme, and it also laid a solid foundation for his body. Triple proud heaven. Even the three emperors wouldn't be able to do anything to me. Lin Fei's figure didn't change at all. But if you looked closely, you would notice that there was a hint of an overbearing aura coming from proud heaven. In fact, Lin Fei's flesh and blood cells were hundreds or even thousands of times stronger than before. Each of his flesh and blood cells was as strong as a ferocious beast. Just the defense on the surface of his body could be attacked by an emperor's weapon 100 or 10,000 times without leaving a mark. In terms of physical strength, there was no need to mention it. Breaking through each layer would increase his physical strength by more than 100 times. Third-order Great Emperor, breaking through 3 small realms, his physical strength had reached an unimaginable level. In the entire ancient wasteland world, not many people could reach Lin Fei's current physical strength. Strong, invincible. This was Lin Fei's biggest feeling. Prideful Heaven's third layer, perfect defense, combined with the 3 Prideful Heaven fist arts, no one can block my attack. Not to mention, I also have the 9 flying swords of the Imperial Sword art. Killing a martial emperor is as easy as flipping my hand, unless I meet a martial emperor who has formed a few martial emperor intents. Wung. 9 flying snow godly swords appeared behind him, turning into a huge sword array. The surrounding void was completely frozen. That was the support effect of the flying snow godly swords. In the past 3,200 years, Lin Fei had taken the time to practice the Imperial Sword art. He had mastered it perfectly, and could use it both offensively and defensively. If Great Emperor Xiao Fan saw this, he would definitely cry his eyes out. The difference? Looking at the time, the Great Emperor Alliance should be making a move soon. They had paid such a huge price to invite him to join the Great Emperor Alliance for the Aquamoon Paradise. Another 60 years passed. Lin Fei's communication bracelet received a message. Come quickly. Great Emperor Alliance Headquarters. It had been less than 10 years since the opening of the Aquamoon Paradise. Time, in the eyes of experts, passed in the blink of an eye. You're here too! It's going to be the highlight of our ancient wasteland world. How could I not come? Have you heard? The battle teams from the vast 1,000 domains are quite strong. The last time the Aquamoon Paradise opened, it wasn't a place where experts gathered. It's a pity that it was a narrow escape. Now, those who survived have all become heaven's prides. The Great Emperor experts of the Great Emperor Alliance had arrived. The 8 great ancient family heads have arrived. The 8 great ancient family heads had arrived together. They were the most powerful existences in the Great Emperor Alliance apart from the 3 great emperors. If it weren't for the fact that the 8 great ancient family heads did not have anyone who could match the 3 great emperors, the 8 great ancient family heads would be even more impressive. Even so, when the 8 great ancient family heads arrived, the great emperors present all came up to greet them. Compared to the 8 great ancient family heads, their status was far inferior. 3 elders from Tianji Hall have arrived. There were a total of 6 people in charge of Tianji Hall, and 3 of them had arrived at once. It was quite a scene. Today, the Great Emperor Alliance was bustling with activity. Regardless of whether they were in closed-door training or not, all of them came. Where's the supervising envoy, Lin Fei? Someone mentioned a person. The expressions of the surrounding people changed slightly. They looked left and right, but did not see Lin Fei. I heard that he's been in the palace. Back then, I thought that the supervising envoy, Lin Fei, would wield great power and stir up trouble. In the end, he was all bark and no bite. It seems like there hasn't been any news about him for 100 years. Now that you mention it, there really hasn't been any news about him for 100 years. Could it be that he's afraid? He might really be afraid. With the 8 great ancient families joining hands, no matter how strong he is, he won't be able to make a comeback. I also heard that the law enforcement team under Lin Fei hasn't been established yet. The 8 great ancient families had also gathered together. Great Emperor Xiao Fan was clearly distracted. He's not here. He was looking for someone. That person was Lin Fei. In the past 100 years, Great Emperor Xiao Fan had not heard any news about Lin Fei. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Brother Xiao, there's something. Great Emperor Sky Tyrant smiled. Great Emperor Xiao Fan shook his head. Today is a big day for the Great Emperor Alliance. All of us seniors are here, but there's someone who isn't here because of his identity. Isn't he taking the Great Emperor Alliance's meeting seriously? Such a person should be kicked out. The other 7 patriarchs also understood. They didn't like Lin Fei, who had stepped on them to get to his current position, especially when he was sitting on the position of the supervising envoy. This position had always been in their eyes, and it had never fallen into the hands of an outsider. No one would be happy if such a person was sitting on the position of the supervising envoy. Now that all the seniors were here, a newcomer who had suddenly risen to such a high position had yet to show up. After hearing Great Emperor Xiao Fan's words, their faces immediately turned ugly. Chapter 2703. There was no warning at all. The space fluctuated, and a figure walked out from the void. At the same time, a mocking voice could be heard. Lin Fei, who was dressed in black, appeared in the sky. The martial monarch realm experts who were still chatting with each other came to a stop, causing the place to fall dead silent. Everyone's hearts were about to explode. Young and impetuous. That's the head of one of the 8 ancient families. Lin Fei is probably the only person in the entire ancient wasteland world who dares to say that about a head of a family. Arrogant, too arrogant. No one had ever dared to offend the authority of the 8 ancient families. Those who had offended the 8 ancient families had all disappeared in the long river of history. Emperor Xiao Fan's face darkened, and he stared at Lin Fei with a cold gaze. He could not wait to kill this brat. More than 100 years had passed, but this brat was still as arrogant as before. When he thought of how thoroughly he was defeated, he subconsciously shivered. Bear with it, you must bear with it. Emperor Xiao Fan thought to himself. This bastard is forcing me to make a move. He's too evil. After suffering a loss once, Emperor Xiao Fan wouldn't fall for it again. It was not the first time that the other 7 family heads had seen Lin Fei, but when he appeared in front of them, their faces were still disgusted, as if they had eaten a fly. In fact, they were even envious of him. He was too young. At such a young age, he had already taken the position of the supervising envoy. Many people were envious of him. The only thing that made them happy was that Lin Fei had signed a contract with the Dark Shadow Palace. Each of the 3 missions was harder than the previous one, and it was extremely difficult to become an inner disciple of the Dark Shadow Palace. This was something that they could comfort themselves with. I'll let you be arrogant for a few hundred more years. You won't live for long anyway. When they were at Lin Fei's age, they were not so arrogant and high-spirited. Supervisor Lin, what you said is wrong. Great Emperor Tianba said in a deep voice. You must apologize to Brother Xiao. Everyone is here, but you are the last one. Furthermore, you are a junior. Lin Fei's lips curled up. Apologize? Why should I apologize? I'm not some junior. I'm the supervising envoy of the Great Emperor Alliance. In terms of status, I'm not any lower than you. In terms of strength, even that old bastard Xiao Fan isn't a match for me, so I naturally have my authority. Do you think juniors have to go first? What kind of logic is that? Emperor Xiao Fan's countenance turned even uglier. Lin Fei's words were like rubbing salt into his wounds. Everyone knew that 100 years ago, Xiao Fan had lost to Lin Fei in a very miserable manner. This matter wasn't a secret, and it had always been a pain in Emperor Xiao Fan's heart. Now that it was revealed once again, no one would feel comfortable. Alright. What are you guys doing? Just when Emperor Xiao Fan was about to lose control of his anger, Great Emperor Chen Tian appeared with a smiling face and immediately acted as a mediator. He secretly wiped off his cold sweat. This Lin Fei is really a troublemaker wherever he goes. Nothing much, just a greeting from an old friend. Lin Fei chuckled. Now that his strength had improved, Emperor Xiao Fan was insignificant in his eyes. He was even wondering how many punches he would need to kill Emperor Xiao Fan. There was no sense of accomplishment in killing an ordinary great emperor. Lin Fei was clear that the Great Emperor Alliance needed him. As long as he wasn't dead, no matter how arrogant he was, the three supreme great emperors wouldn't do anything to him. It would be a waste if he didn't use his authority. Lin Fei wanted to provoke the 8 ancient clans. After all, they weren't on his side. Yes, greeting. Emperor Xiao Fan didn't say anything, but Great Emperor Tian Ba agreed. Great Emperor Chen Tian didn't bother to expose them. It was the best thing for the 8 ancient clans to fight with Lin Fei, especially when Lin Fei was a powerful thorn in their side. It would definitely be an interesting show if such a thorn went against the 8 ancient clans, and with the power of the supervising envoy. No one said anything about Great Emperor Chen Tian's identity. He was the eldest disciple of Great Emperor Guiyan. 3 great emperors are here. A while after Emperor Chen Tian arrived, the 3 powerful emperors also arrived. As soon as the 3 supreme great emperors appeared, their powerful auras made the great emperors present feel the aura of death. The 3 supreme great emperors landed on the 3 thrones at the top. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. 3 supreme great emperors are indeed powerful. These ordinary great emperors can't be compared to them. They have a deep and terrifying aura. It was the first time he saw the 3 supreme great emperors up close. The black-armored great emperor in the middle should be Great Emperor Guiyan. I heard that he cultivates the innumerable fire imperial will and the innumerable fire imperial body. No one has ever been able to get close to him. His innumerable fire imperial will can incinerate everything. He was born with a 2nd-grade emperor will. He's probably a 1st-grade emperor will now. He's only a step away from forming an emperor's heart. The information popped up in Lin Fei's mind. The one on the left should be one of the 3 supreme great emperors, Qian Heng Great Emperor. He was born with a 2nd-grade emperor will and is now a 1st-grade emperor will. It's also a very powerful destruction emperor will. I heard that he has the chance to control the ancient desolation world in the future and become the master of a physical realm, immortal. Lin Fei felt the aura of destruction coming from Qian Heng Great Emperor. It was a very domineering destruction. Everything could be destroyed and destroyed. Therefore, Qian Heng Great Emperor's combat strength was extremely terrifying among the 3 supreme great emperors. He was killed before he could even make a move. The last one on the right was burly and filled with a violent aura. He was Ancient Yen Great Emperor. He was an ancient desolation beast, a real ancient desolation beast. This is the aura of a great emperor body. Lin Fei himself had a 3rd-order emperor body. He was very familiar with the realm of the physical body. The burly ancient Yen Great Emperor's aura was dense like a vast ocean. Is this the myriad beast demonic body? It's really powerful. I wonder if he has cultivated to the 3rd-order emperor realm. Judging from this aura, even if he hasn't, it's not too late. This was the strongest physical body Lin Fei had seen so far. No matter how powerful the myriad beast demonic body is, can it compare to my proud heaven? Lin Fei was 100% confident in his Ao Tian Tian. He had stolen all the emperor-level skills from the 1st floor of the Dark Shadow Palace and slowly created it. It was a true emperor-level top-tier skill. After seeing the 3 supreme great emperors, Lin Fei was more confident in his own strength. As for the other great emperors, they were not worth mentioning in Lin Fei's eyes. He wasn't interested in fighting them. The difference in strength was too huge. Chapter 2704. Form a team. Emperor Chen Tian's voice was firm and powerful. The thoughts of the great Emperor realm experts immediately became active. So it's forming a team. It makes sense. I just don't know who will be the team leader this time. Could it be another disciple of the 8 great ancient families? Emperor Chen Tian continued, the opening of the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace, this time is different from the last time. This time, many experts from the vast 1,000 domains have come. Among them, there are a few teams that are very strong and famous in the vast 1,000 domains. Everyone should have heard of them. Ever since the news of the opening of the Aquamoon Grotto Heaven spread, teams kept coming to the ancient wasteland world. These teams were getting stronger and stronger. There were even some battle teams that were stronger than them. This time, if we want to obtain all kinds of treasures from the Aquamoon Grotto Heaven, we need to form an even stronger team. Emperor Chen Tian said, even if we pass the first level, we will still be able to obtain the Aquamoon Fairy's reward. Therefore, we have decided to let Supervisor Lin be the team leader this time. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. That's your goal. Lin Fei knew a little about the Aquamoon Grotto Heaven. For example, the first level. The Aquamoon Grotto Heaven had a total of 5 levels. The first level was said to be a boundless desert. Not a single blade of grass grew there, and it was filled with the aura of death. However, there were many terrifying experts in the endless desert. Those who entered the first level had to pass through the endless desert. This was the first test. Anyone who could pass this test and reach a stone platform on the first level would be considered to have passed the test and would also obtain the Aquamoon Fairy's reward. This level didn't sound very dangerous. However, many teams would suffer great losses on the first level, even if they had great emperors. This layer of the endless desert had also become extremely terrifying. In everyone's eyes, Lin Fei's rank 11 body was already very powerful. He had a higher chance of survival than the great emperors who didn't train their bodies. To the 3 great emperors, passing the first level wasn't difficult at all. This also meant that Lin Fei could obtain the reward from the Aquamoon Heavenly Abode in the first level, Water Moon Fairy. The rewards were extremely precious. Any team that entered the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace would do so for the rewards. Even the rewards from the first level were extremely precious, not to mention the rewards from the later levels. It was rumored that from the second level onwards, other than being able to obtain rewards from the Water Moon Fairy, one could also trigger various opportunities in the world of this level and obtain treasures. For example, the Emperor weapons of the Tianji Hall and the Sacred Martial Sect were all obtained from the Water Moon Fairyland. Lin Fei was a secret trump card in the Great Emperor Alliance. After Emperor Chen Tian announced the leader of the team, the emperors all had different expressions. This position was actually taken up by Lin Fei, the supervising special envoy. Naturally, there was nothing much to say about the Alliance Emperor. However, the Emperor realm experts of the Alliance had a different opinion. I don't think it's beneficial for us to have supervising special envoy Lin as the team leader. Emperor Xiaofan was the first to speak. He was already filled with anger, and now, he couldn't hide it anymore. I also think it's not appropriate. Great Emperor Tianba added, after all, the dangers of the Water Moon Winter are hard to guard against. The captain of the battle team must be someone with rich experience. Otherwise, if one wrong step leads to a series of mistakes, it will greatly affect our battle team. Supervising Special Envoy Lin can't be the team leader. I don't agree either. We can't agree to let an inexperienced young man be the team leader. Lin Fei's appointment as the team leader was immediately strongly opposed by the patriarchs of the 8 ancient families. First, it was the patriarchs of the 8 ancient families. Then, it was the other great emperor experts. In addition, the 3 elders of Tianji Hall, who had never had any objections, also voiced their opposition. They couldn't let Lin Fei be the team leader. The most anxious ones were the patriarchs of the 8 ancient families. The team leader had always been the patriarchs of the 8 ancient families. Last time, it was the Tian family. Now, it was impossible for Lin Fei to be the team leader. Brother Guiyan, this Lin Fei is really a thorn. A team leader is actually strongly opposed by them. Emperor Qianheng said with a smile. Emperor Guiyan was also very calm. He said indifferently, "Isn't it better to be a thorn? The 8 ancient families have been at ease for too long. They really think that they control the ancient wasteland domain. If it wasn't for the 3 of us supporting them, they would be nothing." The conversation between the two was unknown to the outside world. "You humans just like to scheme," Emperor Guiyan said in disdain. "As a true warrior, you can't just talk. I hate you humans." Emperor Guiyan and Emperor Qianheng laughed. "So, their strength has been stagnant at this realm because there are too many conflicts." Emperor Qianheng was also very disappointed with the other great emperors. The strength of the ancient wasteland domain was getting weaker every year. This time, Lin Fei will be the team leader. Even if they join forces, they won't be able to stop him. Emperor Guiyan said, "If we had discovered Lin Fei's talent earlier, Lin Fei wouldn't have signed a contract with the Shadow Palace to complete those 3 missions." Looking at the entire ancient wasteland domain, many talented geniuses have died in those 3 missions. It's all the Shao family's fault. Emperor Guiyan had his own thoughts on this matter. If the Shao family hadn't contacted the Shadow Palace to assassinate him, Lin Fei might have become the most outstanding genius in the ancient wasteland domain. In just a few hundred years, he had grown to such an extent. Even they couldn't compare to him. Lin Fei is indeed the most outstanding person in the ancient wasteland domain in the past billions of years. With a rank 11 physical body, he is infinitely close to a rank 1 great emperor. If he is the team leader, it won't be a problem for him to pass the first level. Our ancient wasteland domain will be able to secure a reward in advance. Emperor Qianheng agreed with Emperor Guiyan. No one knew the dangers of the Aquamoon Cave Heaven better than them. It was definitely a horrifying danger. Anyone who went there would most likely die. Even so, the various forces of the vast 1,000 domains paid a huge price to send them into the ancient wasteland domain, all for the treasures of the Aquamoon Cave Heaven. If not for the restrictions of the Aquamoon Cave Heaven, they wouldn't have chosen Lin Fei to be the team leader. Emperor Chun Tian knew that Lin Fei wasn't well liked by many. Unexpectedly, there was a chorus of opposing voices. Almost all the great emperors in the alliance were against Lin Fei. Lin Fei seemed to have become public enemy number 1 in everyone's eyes, and they couldn't wait to kill him. Just as Emperor Chun Tian was about to speak, someone spoke first. Chapter 2705. Lin Fei opened his mouth. The Great Emperor Alliance's goal was clear. Lin Fei was also very interested in the Aquamoon Paradise. If it was before, Lin Fei would definitely be worried. That place was famous for being terrifying, and the chances of survival were slim. However, after cultivating Proud Sky and reaching the Third Order Great Emperor realm, Lin Fei was confident that as long as there was a test, there would be a chance of survival. Lin Fei had found a chance of survival. A strong physical body was the most powerful trump card. Lin Fei was very clear about this. Lin Fei also asked the little demon to analyze the second mission of the Dark Shadow Palace. After analyzing it, there were countless results. Among them, the second mission was most likely related to the Aquamoon Paradise. It was very likely. If there were no surprises, it would definitely be within the Aquamoon Paradise. The Aquamoon Paradise became a must-visit place. Since it was like this, Lin Fei might as well jump out and play with the 8 ancient families. He had nothing better to do anyway. Lin Fei could also see that the 3 great emperors might be using him to fight with the 8 ancient families. No matter the result, the 8 ancient families and Lin Fei would suffer losses. As for them, they wouldn't suffer any losses. It was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Lin Fei had cultivated Proud Sky to the 3rd stage. To advance to the next stage, he needed a large amount of life essence. If the 8 ancient families wanted to cause trouble, he would be the tonic that came to his door. He could kill 2 birds with 1 stone by eliminating all of them. Lin Fei's words caused everyone to be furious. Supervisor Envoy Lin, you are strong, but that doesn't mean you can lead the battle team. A green-robed great emperor expert who was trying to curry favor with the 8 ancient families sneered. Who do you think you are? Pung! Before everyone could react, the green-robed great emperor expert flew out like a cannonball. Who else is there? Stand out. Lin Fei stood with his hands behind his back. I'm definitely going to be the captain of the battle team. Beat me until I'm lying on the bed if you have the ability. Otherwise, shut your mouths before me. This time, Lin Fei's speed was too fast. That green-clothed great emperor laid there, coughing out blood non-stop. His eyes were wide open and he couldn't say anything. 1 punch. He was beaten to the ground. Everyone expected that Lin Fei would hit someone in public. That was an Emperor Realm expert. For a split second, they were suspecting if this martial monarch realm expert was a fake. He looked impressive but was actually useless. Naturally, they knew how powerful this green-robed great emperor powerhouse was. However, in the hands of Lin Fei, he couldn't even block a single punch. You're too much. Sneak attack, a great emperor realm expert said in dissatisfaction. Pung! Another punch landed, and another great emperor expert was sent flying. He coughed up a mouthful of blood, just like the previous one. Lin Fei rubbed his palms together eagerly. Come, come, come. Who's not willing? Step forward and tell me, lest I bully you. You still have the cheek to call yourself an Emperor Realm expert? You can't even take a single punch. Trash. You, as soon as that person opened his mouth, he coughed out blood again and fainted. 2 punches. 2 punches. 2 great emperors were severely injured. The 8 ancient family masters also looked serious. They couldn't even see the traces of movement. The speed was at least 3 million kilometers per second. That was terrifying. That was also the reason why they looked serious. Supervisor Lin, what do you mean? Why did you hit him so hard? Emperor Xiao Fan yelled. You're using your power to take revenge. You did it on purpose. He hit our own people so hard. Isn't making him the captain leading the battle team to a dead end? I strongly disagree. Emperor Chen Tian looked back. The 3 powerful great emperors didn't move. He pondered. Should he stop them? I've always heard that the 8 ancient families are very united. Now I finally believe it. Lin Fei looked at them. Now I suspect that you're colluding with each other to shake the great emperor's alliance. The 3 great emperors didn't say anything, but you're instigating the other great emperors. Do you want to be the masters of the great emperor's alliance? As soon as Lin Fei opened his mouth, he took the blame. The 8 ancient clans finally realized that more than half of the Emperor Realm experts from the 8 ancient clans and the Heavenly Fortune Hall had objected to Lin Fei being the captain. It wouldn't be a big deal if it was somewhere else. But this was the Great Emperor's alliance. The 3 powerful Great Emperors were there, and they didn't say anything. The 8 ancient families seemed to be telling the 3 Great Emperors that they were the ones in charge here. That's a serious crime. Lin Fei wasn't an idiot. I think we should capture a few of them and interrogate them. They'll definitely tell us everything. We might even be able to dig out some traitors. The great emperors who were on good terms with the 8 ancient families instinctively took a few steps back when they saw Lin Fei's cold gaze. They didn't dare to look at Lin Fei. That was the power of the supervising envoy. Previously, they weren't worried. However, Lin Fei had already defeated 2 Emperor Realm experts twice. That was no laughing matter. They knew that they didn't have the ability to defend against him. A single sentence from Lin Fei was enough to make an Emperor Realm expert back down. Very quickly, the surrounding Emperor Realm experts moved to the side. They didn't have the foundation of the 8 ancient families. If they were targeted by the young and hot-blooded Lin Fei, they would suffer in silence. Resist? They didn't doubt that Lin Fei wouldn't kill them on the spot. One mustn't forget that Lin Fei was the bane of great emperors. Killing a few great emperors was a piece of cake for him. If they were to be shameless, they might say that they didn't control their strength. In order to preserve their lives as a precaution, they left the range of the 8 ancient families. They stood further away. Lin Fei swept his gaze around. No one dared to stand beside the 8 ancient families' patriarchs. This was because he had injured 2 great emperors with 2 punches. Otherwise, they wouldn't have backed off so obediently. "You're talking nonsense," Great Emperor Xiaofan raged. "Slander," the other ancient families' patriarchs retorted. They definitely couldn't accept this accusation, let alone admit it. Lin Fei didn't care. "You guys claim to be innocent. Who knows what you're thinking? As the supervising envoy, it's my duty to catch those black sheep." At this moment, Lin Fei became impartial. "Continue acting." The 8 ancient families' patriarchs were cursing Lin Fei for being shameless and cunning. For the sake of the great emperor's alliance? What a joke. You killed 8 great emperors. If you were helping the great emperor's alliance, why would you kill them? This was the best proof. Alright, enough. Chapter 2706. The noisy situation instantly quietened down. No one dared to give face to Great Emperor Ghost Flame. Even if the 8 ancient clans joined forces, they wouldn't be able to win against Great Emperor Ghost Flame. However, they couldn't swallow this humiliation. Lin Fei was too shameless. This was completely intentional. It was too disgusting. Lin Fei, the 8 ancient clans are loyal to the Great Emperor Alliance. Next time, don't say such words or you'll hurt their feelings. Great Emperor Ghost Flame said, "The few of you don't mind it too much. Lin Fei is young and hot-blooded. He's wholeheartedly working for the Great Emperor Alliance. You're all seniors, so you should understand." These words seemed to be protecting the ancient clan's reputation, but no matter how one listened, it sounded like he was helping Lin Fei. "Seniors, I'm really sorry. I'm young and hot-blooded. I can't take any provocation. Once I'm provoked, I won't be able to control myself," Lin Fei said with a straight face, "and the 2 friends just now, I'm sorry. You guys just had to provoke me. Next time, just stand there obediently. No one will think you're mutes." The 8 ancient clans' patriarchs and the group of Great Emperor experts glared at him. What did he mean by he couldn't control himself after being provoked? There were even such lousy excuses. Did he really think that everyone couldn't tell? As for the captain position, I'll leave it to Lin Fei. Great Emperor Ghost Flame's words were decisive. "I believe he will lead the team to a great harvest." The 8 ancient clans' patriarchs' expressions sank. This result was really hard to accept. Now that Lin Fei had become the party leader, the situation wasn't looking good. Who knew what would happen? In fact, some of the geniuses of their families might even fall. Who asked Lin Fei to not have a good impression of the 8 ancient families? This was something that they had to take precautions against. They thought that Lin Fei would accept this result. But after Great Emperor Ghost Flame finished his words, Lin Fei spoke up and charged at Great Emperor Ghost Flame. "I can be the team leader, but I'm the one who sets the rules. For example, the geniuses who are going to form the team this time must be able to take a punch from me. Otherwise, don't go. They're just going to die anyway." Lin Fei said lazily, "If there's really no one, I can go by myself. I'll get whatever the Great Emperor Alliance needs." Forming a team and bringing along a little wimp? Lin Fei was not interested. What he said just now was actually to provoke the ancient family heads. It was impossible for everything to go according to their wishes. That would be too boring. Ha ha ha. This guy is crazy. To think that he would dare to say something like that. He's doubting the Great Emperor. Great Emperor Xiaofan was filled with a belly full of anger. But upon hearing these words, his thoughts cleared up. This fellow was too arrogant. What kind of place was the Water Moon Heavenly Abode? No one had ever been able to pass through it alone. The first trial could take your life. Lil Lin, are you questioning my intentions? Emperor Ghost Flame frowned slightly. This breath sounded a little uncomfortable. Emperor Qianheng laughed. This kid is interesting. He's really young and frivolous. Everyone instantly felt a terrifying pressure bearing down on them. Lin Fei didn't feel anything as he smiled. How would I dare to question Lord's intentions? I just feel that it's too boring to bring a bunch of little white rabbits in. Not to mention, I still need to complete the Dark Shadow Palace's mission. Am I supposed to be with them all the time? So, I feel that it's better for me to go alone. Arrogant, Emperor Ghostflame said. Then how can you guarantee that you can bring out what the Great Emperor Alliance wants? If you can prove it, it's not impossible. The three Great Emperor Alliance knew about the Dark Shadow Palace's mission. The Great Emperor Alliance didn't dare to pressure Lin Fei. If the Dark Shadow Palace was unhappy, they would be in trouble. That was a true Leviathan. With my physical body's cultivation. Lin Fei straightened his body, and a series of cracking sounds could be heard in the surroundings. The void and space were shattered. First Order Emperor Realm Physical Body. It was a light sentence, but it was like a bomb had been dropped in everyone's ears, shocking them quite a bit. Lin Fei released the aura of a First Order Emperor. The one with the biggest reaction was Emperor Guyan. When he released the aura of a First Order Emperor Realm Physical Body, his expression changed. It seemed to be the physical body of a First Order Emperor. Emperor Guyan flicked his finger. A ball of qi whistled over and landed on Lin Fei's body. Hua hua hua. The space behind Lin Fei shattered on the spot. It really is the physical body of a First Order Emperor Realm. No Emperor Realm expert would be able to withstand a casual flick of Emperor Guyan's finger, but Lin Fei blocked it easily. From start to end, his body didn't budge an inch. Unbelievable! An ancient desolate beast's physique was naturally superior to humans. Even so, it took him a long time to enter the First Order Emperor Realm. It was impossible for a human brat to advance to the First Order Emperor Realm at such a young age. Emperor Guyan's eyes turned red. Monstrous! If he wasn't a monstrous genius, how could he have cultivated to the First Order Emperor Realm? Emperor Ghostflame and Emperor Qianheng sucked in a breath of cold air. How long has it been? First Order Emperor Realm. Even for them, their physiques were only at the First Order Emperor Realm. Advancing another step was as difficult as ascending to the heavens. After all, they weren't like Emperor Guyan, who was born with the physique of an ancient desolate beast. Their emperor intent was slightly weaker. To be able to reach the First Order Emperor Realm at Lin Fei's age, they were truly monstrous geniuses. In fact, this was within the three Emperor Realm experts' expectations. It came earlier than expected. But to the 8 ancient families, it was akin to pouring a bucket of cold water on their faces. First Order Emperor Realm. These 4 words pierced their hearts mercilessly. They wouldn't be able to forget it in a short period of time. How is this possible? A First Order Emperor Realm physical body. Emperor Xiao Fan shook his head repeatedly. This was a realm that even he couldn't reach. Ordinary Emperor Realm experts wouldn't be able to break through Huang Xiaolong's defenses. With a First Order Emperor Realm physical body, there wasn't much danger in the ancient desolate world. This is too terrifying. How did he cultivate a First Order Emperor Realm physical body? He must have mastered some kind of secret technique. If we can do it too, the 8 ancient families' patriarchs reacted quickly. Even though they were shocked by Lin Fei's cultivation, they were more concerned about the terrifying secret technique. In a short period of time, Lin Fei's physical body had broken through one realm after another. Initially, they had thought that Lin Fei would be scolded by the 3 Emperor Realm experts for not knowing what was good for him. But now, the outcome was completely different. They were starting to feel apprehensive. With a First Order Emperor Realm physical body, speed, and strength, who would be able to suppress Lin Fei? In that instant, everyone felt as though they had aged several thousand years. Chapter 2707. In front of Lin Fei's First Order Emperor realm physique, everyone paled in comparison. Although many geniuses had gone to the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace, there were very few First Order Emperor realm experts. With such a physique, passing the first floor would be a piece of cake. Physique cultivators were strong because their physique was at a high level. Their strength would naturally increase. Lin Fei, who was a First Order Emperor realm expert, could easily crush everyone with his physical strength. This was definitely the nightmare of any Emperor realm expert. From this moment onwards, Lin Fei was the one who could truly suppress everyone. As long as one's brain wasn't damaged, they wouldn't dare to find trouble with Lin Fei. Even if they had treasures in their hands, they wouldn't be able to resist. What happened next was simple. Lin Fei displayed his corporeal body in front of everyone. No one had anything else to say. Even the two great emperors who were injured previously didn't have any resentment in their eyes anymore. What a joke. If you hated a monstrous guy, you wouldn't even know how you died. Brother Lin Fei, you really put on a good show today. The 8 ancient families are going to be depressed for a long time. Emperor Qin Tian personally sent Lin Fei out. He sighed in his heart. A First Order Emperor realm physique was so easy to break through. If it wasn't for the fact that Emperor Qin Tian knew how difficult it was to break through, he would have suspected that there was something wrong with Lin Fan's cultivation technique. Why did Lin Fan break through so easily, while he was hesitating? Actually, I wanted to kill them, but they're all old foxes. Lin Fei shook his head with a look of disappointment. Emperor Qin Tian sweated profusely. What a murderous intent! If they really started fighting, Emperor Qin Tian felt that the 3 emperors wouldn't harm Lin Fei. They would just scold him and put on an act. The 8 ancient families' patriarchs had a strong foundation, but compared to Lin Fei, who had just entered the First Order Emperor realm, they were more important. You have to be careful too, Emperor Qin Tian reminded. Your talent is monstrous. The 8 ancient families' patriarchs might not be able to sit still. They know many people. If they can bribe a battle team once, they can bribe them a second time. Lin Fei nodded slightly. On the other hand, the heads of the 8 ancient families and the 3 elders of Tianji Hall sat together, which was a rare occasion. They all had an enemy, and that was Lin Fei. Among them, Tianji Hall and the Shao family were the ones who wanted to kill Lin Fei the most. Everyone, what do you think we should do? That fellow dares to act so arrogantly now, what if? Emperor Shao Fan took the initiative to speak. His face was gloomy. What to do? You look at me, I look at you, we really can't think of a good idea. Brother Shao, we really can't deal with this Lin Fei for now. Great Emperor Tianba smiled bitterly. If anything happens to Lin Fei, we won't be able to bear the wrath of the 3 lords. The team still needed to be formed. These forces had to select their prodigies and form their battle teams before selecting their captains. Lin Fei, on the other hand, was a free man. As long as he brought back the items for the Great Emperor Alliance, everything else was fine. He didn't even need to look to know that it was easier for him to pass the first level than any other team and obtain the Water Moon Fairy's reward. It wasn't hard for him to pass the second level if he was lucky. This was something they couldn't stop. Forget it, forget it. He's just a junior, why make things difficult for him? The head of the Yuan family shook his head. Anyway, that brat won't live for long. Let him fight for the top this time. Actually, we don't need to do anything. The Dark Shadow Palace's 3 major missions are known as the Death Mission. Each mission is more difficult than the previous one. Even a First Order Emperor might not be able to pass it. Emperor Shao Fan's heart sank. He didn't plan to put Lin Fei in danger. That's right. Ever since Lin Fei revealed his First Order Emperor physique, who would be willing to make things difficult for Lin Fei? If he became anxious and attacked the 8 ancient families, they would definitely suffer heavy losses. No one could stop him. At that time, it would really be their turn to sit up and cry. There was really no need to offend such a strong enemy. Everyone's thoughts were almost the same. Emperor Xiao Fan's heart turned cold. He knew that it was impossible to join forces with them to deal with Lin Fei. They didn't stay for long before they left. They didn't want to get involved in this matter. Who would want to make an enemy out of someone who wouldn't live long? In any case, they had never offended Lin Fei. At most, they would just offend him verbally. These bastards! Don't be fooled by the unity of the 8 ancient families. That was because they wanted to deal with 3 powerful emperors. But when it came to dealing with Lin Fei, it was a different story. They were extremely cautious. After they left one by one, Emperor Xiao Fan couldn't think of a solution. Aren't you guys leaving? The 3 elders of Tianji Hall didn't leave. Lin Fei represented the Avengers Alliance and attacked our Tianji Hall time and time again. Many people of Tianji Hall died under his hand. Now that he has joined the Great Emperor Alliance, he is still our enemy, one of the elders said. Fortunately, they had helpers. Emperor Xiao Fan sighed helplessly. The current Lin Fei has a first-order Emperor realm physique. His momentum is already set. Unless he offends us first, no one will dare to do anything to him. Are we really going to wait for him to be killed? Actually, it's not impossible to deal with Lin Fei. There's a way. There are many ways. For example, killing with a borrowed knife. Killing with a borrowed knife. Emperor Xiao Fan's eyes lit up. Lin Fei returned to the supervisory envoy's temporary residence. Today, I displayed my first-order Emperor realm physique at the headquarters of the Great Emperor Alliance. The 8 ancient families definitely won't make an enemy out of me. Only Emperor Xiao Fan and Tianji Hall will try to take revenge. Based on their character, they will do it in the dark. They will most likely get the battle teams to make a move. Lin Fei poured himself a cup of wine. Every battle team comes from the Great Thousand World and has the support of a powerful force. If any of them dies, they will offend the force behind them. This is their killing move. Lin Fei's brain was getting smarter. If they want to rely on battle teams to kill me, they will definitely start with my physique cultivation technique. These battle teams' geniuses are all extremely talented. When the time comes, I won't mind taking some from them. This was the material world. Those experts couldn't descend. Even if they did, they would have the combat strength of a peak emperor. Lin Fei had the strength to kill them. According to the information he received from the temporal temple, the more powerful an expert wanted to descend without the help of the temporal gate, the more energy they would have to expend. No expert would be able to endure it. Lin Fei wasn't worried that they would descend. Now, I just have to wait for the Dark Shadow Palace's mission. This wait lasted for 20 years. The Aquamoon Heavenly Palace also opened at this time. Some battle teams started to prepare to enter the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace. 130 quietly arrived at Lin Fei's temporary residence and saw Lin Fei drinking wine with ease. Brat, you really have some free time. Chapter 2708. Should I be in a hurry? Lin Fei asked, pouring a cup of wine for number 130. Number 130 laughed. Your mentality is very good. In the past, who knows how many geniuses couldn't maintain this mentality, and in the end, they all died. If you have the time, you might as well enjoy your life. Lin Fei poured another cup. Is it the second mission? Number 130 nodded. You should have a certain understanding of what this mission is. That's right, it's related to the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace. Lin Fei's guess was that it was related to the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace. Could it be that I also have to go to the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace to take something? Yes. Number 130 took out the second mission scroll. This time, you have to go to the 3rd floor of the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace and take back a Water Moon Spirit Pearl. It's that simple. Lin Fei laughed at himself. Should I say, is this good luck or bad luck? The Aquamoon Heavenly Palace was famous for being dangerous. Each floor was more dangerous than the one before, not to mention the 3rd floor. The difficulty was not ordinary. Even if Huang Xiaolong didn't have to deal with anyone, the hidden danger was even more dangerous than killing a person. This was publicly acknowledged. When number 130 saw this mission, he was shocked. This mission was too difficult, so difficult that it was a situation of 9 deaths and 1 chance of survival. This was more than 100 times harder than killing an Emperor Realm expert from a small world. Your luck is indeed. Number 130 didn't know what else to say. This mission is indeed difficult, but I believe that you can succeed. Number 130 still believed in Lin Fei. Can you tell me more about this Water Moon Spirit Pearl? Lin Fei sighed in relief after learning about the mission. His third-order Emperor Realm physique was more than enough to solve any problem. Lin Fei was quite interested in this Water Moon Spirit Pearl. Even if Lin Fei didn't mention this, number 130 would have mentioned it anyway. The Water Moon Spirit Pearl is actually a special soul treasure. It is a natural treasure that can only be born in the Water Moon Paradise. It is extremely valuable and is worth at least 200 million heaven crystals. This kind of Water Moon Spirit Pearl can only be produced in the Water Moon Paradise, and no other place will have it. So, this mission is difficult. However, you will also receive a reward from the Dark Shadow Palace after completing this mission. It's worth 200 million heaven crystals. This Water Moon Spirit Pearl is truly priceless. Lin Fei also sucked in a sharp breath. The price was beyond his imagination. 1 set of Flying Snow Divine Sword was only 2 or 3 million heaven crystals. A Water Moon Spirit Pearl was worth over 100 million. It was definitely a priceless treasure. No wonder the Dark Shadow Palace would issue such a mission. Difficult. It was extremely difficult. A treasure that was worth more than 100 million heaven crystals was definitely something that any force of power would want. It is indeed priceless. Number 130 nodded. Such a good thing might not even come across once in a lifetime. Your mission is a little difficult. I heard that your physical body has reached the First Order Emperor Realm? You know about it too? Lin Fei revealed a trace of surprise. Number 130 was stunned. The news of your First Order Emperor Realm physical body has spread among the upper echelons. I heard that you have a powerful body-tempering secret technique. Many people are itching to take action. The corner of Lin Fei's mouth rose. They are really willing to go all out just to deal with me. Number 130's expression changed. Someone purposely spread it? That's bad. This time, there are a few powerful battle teams that are going to the Water Moon Paradise. I'm afraid they will think about it. These people really deserve to die. At the beginning, number 130 was surprised by Lin Fei's improvement. However, it was just a surprise. In the vast thousand world, there were many who had reached the First Order Emperor Realm physical body. There were all kinds of Emperor physique. Lin Fei's First Order Emperor Realm physical body was only considered not bad. At this moment, number 130 was a little angry. It must be the Shao family's doing. It wasn't easy to find a good seedling. If there were no accidents, the success rate should be around 50%, which was quite good. However, if he was targeted by battle teams, the Water Moon Paradise was a dangerous place to begin with. On top of that, there was also the possibility of an ambush. Number 130 didn't dare to guarantee his survival. If it was a Third Order Emperor Realm, it would be fine. They would be able to sweep away all the battle teams. However, Lin Fei wasn't one. Currently, he only had a First Order Emperor Realm physical body. They don't want me to make any contributions. It's inevitable. Lin Fei drank his wine. If possible, help me collect a list of battle teams from the vast thousand world. For example, the most powerful ones. That way, I can be prepared, lest they catch me off guard. Okay. Although number 130 was angry, there was nothing he could do. He could only try his best to help Lin Fei. A few days later, number 130 sent a document over. It was about the battle teams that had come this time. Ordinary battle teams aren't your match, and they won't waste any effort to deal with you. However, the battle teams below are different. Especially the Zongheng battle team. You have to pay special attention to them, Number 130 said with a solemn expression. Zongheng Battle Team? Lin Fei glanced at the document. The first column indicated Zongheng Battle Team. Yes, it's the Zongheng Battle Team. They belong to the first tier of battle teams. They have a total of 6 people, and 5 of them have 5 attributes of Emperor intent. They are extremely domineering. Their leader is called Bai Zongheng. The name of the battle team is derived from his name. You have to pay special attention to this person, Number 130 said. This Bai Zongheng is also a physique refinement expert. He is currently in the First Order Emperor realm. He has cultivated the Emperor physique, the Great Earth Emperor physique, and has a strong defense. He is also a rare physique refinement expert. Any expert who cultivated their physique to the First Order Emperor realm would naturally form a special Emperor physique. This was a true Emperor physique. Apart from them, there is another battle team called the World. They don't have a good reputation, but they have a sealing treasure that can restrict space. They are also very difficult to deal with. Their leader is called Qianji, and he has a second-grade Emperor intent. Number 130 pointed at the second battle team. These 2 battle teams are the ones that you need to pay the most attention to. Countless battle teams have died at their hands, and the big shots won't take action. As such, in the vast 1,000 domains, these 2 battle teams have always been known as the death battle teams. That's because their appearance means death. Lin Fei looked at the information. The information was very accurate. Chapter 2709. Ever since the Aquamoon Heavenly Abode was opened to the public, battle teams kept appearing. All the major forces with a certain amount of influence formed their battle teams and spent a large amount of heaven crystals to send their battle teams to the ancient wasteland world just to obtain the treasures in the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace. If it wasn't for the fact that the material world didn't allow them to forcefully enter, they would have long since occupied the Aquamoon Heavenly Abode. This is it. There were also some teams that did not enter the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace. They were in no hurry. The more impatient one was to enter the Aquamoon Heavenly Abode, the worse the outcome would be. When one's heart was in a mess, one would be affected. Especially in a dangerous place like the Water Moon Paradise. Are you sure he's in the palace? The silver-armored Bai Zongheng looked at the Black Palace not far away. It's confirmed. Bai Zongheng revealed a hint of pride. Let's pay a visit to this Lin Fei, the fierce man known as the nemesis of the great emperor. Zongheng Battle Team, Bai Zongheng is here to visit. Bai Zongheng's voice echoed in the sky above the Black Palace. There were some servants in the palace. Their expressions instantly changed. Everyone knew about the Water Moon Paradise. Everyone had heard of the team. The Zongheng Battle Team was much more domineering. Once they arrived at the ancient wasteland world, they met a battle team that had a grudge against them. They chased after them and both sides fought, killing all of them. On the other hand, the Zongheng Battle Team had no casualties. Even if they didn't want to, they had no choice but to know of Zongheng's reputation. In the secret chamber, the 9 flying snow divine swords formed a sword formation. Sometimes they merged into one and sometimes they attacked. Bai Zongheng. The other party's voice naturally reached Lin Fei's ears. Interesting, he actually took the initiative to come to me. Ever since he received the information, Lin Fei had studied it for a while. Just as mentioned, Bai Zongheng from Zongheng Battle Team and Qianji from the World Battle Team were both powerful characters. Lin Fei got up and pushed the door open. The flying snow sword behind him disappeared into the void. Captain Bai, isn't he just a physique practitioner? So what if he's a First Order Emperor? A delicate-looking young man next to him said disapprovingly, "How could it compare to your Earth Emperor body, Captain Bai?" They were members of the Crisscrossing Guild from the Boundless World. Every single one of them was an unruly existence. In their eyes, the ancient wasteland world was nothing much. The only people they were afraid of were the 3 great emperors. The other 8 ancient families and Tianji Hall posed no threat at all. Lin Fei's infamy was not to be underestimated. Even if he had the physique of a first-order Emperor realm expert, if he had not cultivated the Emperor physique, he would be useless. Bai Zhongheng said proudly, "Don't underestimate Lin Fei. He's now the strongest in the ancient wasteland world. If the 3 great emperors don't make a move, who can kill him?" The delicate-looking young man couldn't guarantee this. The powerful defense of a first-order Emperor realm expert was something that anyone would curse at. It was not easy to deal with, unless one used a special treasure. However, those treasures easily cost tens of millions of sky crystals, and most of them were single-use consumables. Using them would make one's heart ache. "Lin Fei, you're here." Above the palace, a figure appeared. It was Lin Fei. Lin Fei noticed the silver-armored Bai Zhongheng at first glance. Just like the information stated, his body was filled with a heavy aura, which came from the Emperor physique. Bai Zhongheng, the captain of the crisscrossing guild. "I wonder what brings you here?" Lin Fei said lightly. Lin Fei, the strongest in the ancient wasteland world. He's not a great emperor, but he can defeat ordinary great emperors. He's known as the nemesis of great emperors. Bai Zhongheng said loudly, "Today, I'm here to see if the strongest genius of this generation is as powerful as the rumors say." Even though it was the first time they met, Lin Fei could feel the powerful aura from Bai Zhongheng, especially the aura of the Earth Emperor physique. It was as heavy as a mountain and was very good at defense. Earth Meteor. Bai Zhongheng attacked without warning. He shot over like a meteor, so fast that there was no shadow. What a fast speed! It's at least 2,700,000 kilometers per second. This was the fastest that Lin Fei had ever seen. Ordinary great emperors could only reach 1,700,000 kilometers per second. Bai Zhongheng was fast, but in Lin Fei's eyes, he was still too slow. Bai Zhongheng, who had used the Earth Meteor, almost turned into a fireball. He stretched out his bronze-colored arm and punched out. Lin Fei was as still as a mountain and met it with a punch of his own. One was fast while the other was slow. The 2 fists collided with each other, causing a loud bang. The powerful force caused the space to collapse, and the physical strength raised a storm, sweeping across the area. The members of the Crisscrossing Guild who had come together with him activated their treasures and formed a shield. "I didn't expect that kid to really have a first-order Great Emperor physique. It seems that the physique cultivation technique he cultivates is an extremely precious manual. It might even be a mythical manual. That's impossible." The members of the Crisscrossing Guild revealed strange expressions. The collision of their fists caused quite a commotion. Behind them was a black hole. Boundless astral winds howled. "You do have the right to be arrogant," Bai Zhongheng said. "It's a pity that you didn't manage to cultivate the Emperor physique." Lin Fei laughed. "If this is the great Emperor physique, then it's really disappointing." Lin Fei shook his head. The Emperor physique was much worse than he had imagined. Bai Zhongheng laughed. "You are indeed the nemesis of the great Emperor. I hope you can come out of the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace alive. I forgot to tell you, that bastard Qian Ji has his eyes on you, ha ha ha." "Eyes on me?" The corner of Lin Fei's mouth rose. "So what? With my proud heaven, even if Qian Ji's emperor intent is a second-order emperor physique, he can't break through my defense." When he fought with Bai Zhongheng just now, Lin Fei relied purely on his physical strength and didn't even use proud heaven. Bai Zhongheng's physical body is probably at the first-order emperor physique. Although he has cultivated the great emperor physique, it's a pity that it hasn't reached great success. How can it compare to my proud heaven 12 layers tyrant body? Lin Fei shook his head in disappointment. His physical body was too strong. Bai Zhongheng came uninvited. No matter what his intentions were, Lin Fei had already seen the power of the Emperor physique. Bai Zhongheng was no longer a threat. If Bai Zhongheng knew that he had used the wrong move, he would probably regret coming uninvited. Captain Bai, that guy is definitely not as good as you. The handsome young man laughed. Although he has a first-order Emperor physique, it's a pity that he hasn't completed the Emperor physique. How can he be a match for Captain Bai? Bai Zhongheng was also a little disappointed. The ancient wasteland world is not a world with many foundations. To be able to cultivate to the first-order Emperor realm is very rare. If he could cultivate an Emperor body, he might be able to fight against me. Unfortunately, he is not strong enough now. Bai Zhongheng said. He will definitely die if he goes against Qianji. Watch Qianji closely. Chapter 27:10. 10 years after the opening of the Aquamoon Cave Heaven, Lin Fei decided to head to the Aquamoon Cave Heaven. In these 10 years, news of battle teams dying kept coming. Every battle team that entered the Aquamoon Cave Heaven left a doppelganger outside. Once the doppelganger collapsed, the situation would become clear. Entering the Aquamoon Cave Heaven was a narrow escape. Even so, it did not stop them. In the face of absolute benefits, no one was willing to give up, even if there was only a 1% chance. The forces behind them would not let them stop, even if they knew it was suicide. The Aquamoon Cave Heaven was located in the northernmost part of the ancient wasteland world. It was a place where not even a blade of grass grew. Someone else is here. It seems to be Lin Fei from the ancient wasteland world. Is he going in alone? How arrogant! A ray of light flashed past, arriving at a barren land. On this barren land there was a particularly eye-catching place. It was a sky-blue lake. As the breeze blew past, ripples appeared on the surface of the lake. This was the entrance to the Aquamoon Cave Heaven. On the barren land there were battle teams stationed. Any one of these battle team members was terrifyingly strong. They also noticed Lin Fei, who appeared in the sky. Lin Fei was infamous in the ancient wasteland world. It was hard not to notice him, especially when it was said that he had cultivated a first-order Emperor body in a few hundred years. Regardless of whether it was true or not, most people believed that Lin Fei had a powerful body cultivation manual in his hands. Cultivating a first-order Emperor body in a few hundred years was definitely an incredible feat. The entrance is inside the lake. Lin Fei swept a glance at it and felt his heart palpitate slightly. It can't be, this lake can be lethal? This feeling could not be wrong. It looked calm, but Lin Fei really felt his heart palpitate. Be careful when you enter the Aquamoon Cave Heaven. Rumor has it that the Aquamoon Cave Heaven is something that fell from the sky. Originally, there were many mountains, but because of the appearance of the Aquamoon Cave Heaven, they were forcefully razed to the ground. From then on, not a single blade of grass grew. The Aquamoon Heavenly Abode had a very powerful background. Lin Fei did not stay for long. Around the lake, Lin Fei sensed a few familiar auras. One of them was a member of Zhongheng. He's really free. A strange look flashed across Bai Zhongheng's eyes. All right, let's get ready to enter the Aquamoon Paradise. Everyone in the Zhongheng team began to move. On the other hand, the members of Under the Heavens had also noticed Unhindered's actions. We're not the only ones who are eyeing Lin Fei's body tempering manuals. Qianji's face was gloomy. Like a poisonous snake, he led the world battle team and killed hundreds of battle teams. Everyone was afraid of him. Even if they set their eyes on it, we can just let them exhaust Lin Fei's energy. We'll be the last to act, and everything will be ours in the end. Who would have thought that a place like the ancient wasteland world would have such a powerful body cultivation technique? In a few hundred years, he has cultivated a first-order emperor's body. Even though he hasn't condensed the emperor body, it's still quite scary. The members of the world nodded. Even they were tempted by such a body-tempering manual. Even though they only had a 10th-order physical body, they had spent a lot of resources to reach that level. If there were no accidents, they would only be able to reach the First Order Emperor in their entire lives. Now that such an opportunity was right in front of them, no one would let it go easily. Since the Zongheng team has set off, let's go too. We can't be left behind. Qianji was confident, but he didn't want the body tempering manual to fall into the hands of the Zongheng team. The World Battle Team had killed so many geniuses. One Lin Fei wouldn't affect their mission. If they didn't do this, Tianji would regret it for the rest of his life. Lin Fei dashed into the lake. There was another world under the lake. At the bottom of the lake there was a stone platform. That was the teleportation portal that led to the Aquamoon Paradise. According to the information, this is a small test. If I can't even pass this test, I won't be qualified to enter the first level. Lin Fei dashed towards the stone platform. Soon, the surrounding lake water surged towards him. This was the test before entering the stone platform. The lake water was like a mountain, rolling and rolling. The huge impact was like a giant's punch, landing heavily on Lin Fei's body. What a strong force from the lake water. This small test is really not easy. Lin Fei felt the impact of the lake water. This simple test would definitely stump 40 to 50% of the people. Without a certain treasure, it would be difficult to pass this small test. Splash, splash, splash. Relying on his physical body, Lin Fei charged down head-on. Wherever he passed, the lake water would collapse. It was a result of his physical strength. Lin Fei successfully reached the stone platform. Without needing to activate it, the teleportation portal was activated the moment he stood on it, and he was automatically transported to the first level. Splash, splash, splash. When Lin Fei opened his eyes again, he was already in a scorching desert. Yellow sand was everywhere in his vision. The sky was filled with flying yellow sand. Is this the first level's endless desert? The Aquamoon Paradise had a total of 5 levels. This was the first level, Endless Desert. A scorching aura swept over. The terrifyingly high temperature seemed to be able to evaporate everything in an instant, and crackling sounds could be heard in the surroundings. In the Endless Desert you can't fly. You can only move on the yellow sand. Along the way, you will be ambushed by various desert experts. Among them, the most terrifying are the desert bandits. They travel in groups of hundreds of thousands or even millions. They are the most terrifying. The information in the information popped up one by one. The first level, Endless Desert, was actually a test of survival ability. If you were lucky, you would encounter fewer monsters. Then you could pass the first level. But if you were unlucky, then congratulations, you would immediately become a part of the Endless Desert. Lin Fei wasn't afraid of the desert bandit. In the Endless Desert, yellow sand filled the sky. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. When Lin Fei moved, the surrounding yellow sand squirmed, and more than 10 black shadows attacked him. They were really fast. It turned out that they were tails with barbs and cold light. Desert scorpions. Lin Fei now knew what was attacking him from all sides. In the Endless Desert, it was one of the most poisonous creatures. It could paralyze muscles and was extremely difficult to deal with. He had no idea where the Aquamoon Paradise got it from. Lin Fei didn't care. With a light stamp of his foot, the surrounding area collapsed, and the surrounding desert scorpions were also shattered into pieces. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. When Lin Fei made his move, it didn't cause a huge commotion. Within a few hundred miles, black shadows attacked him as though they had sensed it. This number. Chapter 27:11. The first danger in the Endless Desert was the Endless Desert Scorpions. This is a little scary. Lin Fei continued to kill the desert scorpions. Every time he killed a scorpion, they would immediately surround him and release their poison. This poison actually affected Lin Fei to a certain extent. His hands slowed down. But that was all. Ordinary poison wouldn't be able to affect a peak Third Order Emperor's physique. However, it was rare for the poison released by the desert scorpions to affect his movement. Lin Fei did not doubt that those experts with a Tier 10 physical body would not be able to move once they were enveloped by the poison. It would take a long time for the poison to completely dissipate. This is good stuff. Lin Fei continued to kill the desert scorpions. Although he was surrounded by scorpions, he realized that this was good stuff. Little devil, can I collect some of these desert scorpions? There was no such thing in the ancient, desolate world. It would be best if he could collect them. Although their defenses weren't very strong, at most a ninth-order emperor, and their attacks weren't very powerful, they were still a threat to ordinary Emperor Realm experts. Lin Fei naturally didn't want to waste them. He would collect them if he could. There wouldn't be a next time. Sure. The little devil replied. These desert scorpions are actually based on the same principle as Emperor weapons. They are artificially refined. If Master can capture a large number of desert scorpions, I can help Master get a few powerful desert scorpions to play with. Lin Fei wasn't focused on completing the mission. The desert scorpions were just like that. Then what about the strongest desert bandits? Lin Fei couldn't help but look forward to it. Collect. Lin Fei couldn't be bothered to waste time. He would collect some desert scorpions first. It would be cool to have them as mounts in the palace. With a wave of his hand, Lin Fei's powerful physical strength suppressed the desert scorpions, causing them to be unable to move. Wave after wave of desert scorpions were collected. As Lin Fei moved, he collected all the desert scorpions that appeared. 500,000 desert scorpions! After collecting another wave of desert scorpions, Lin Fei didn't plan to collect any more. That was about enough. Lin Fei's real target was the desert bandit. The documents described the power of the desert bandits in detail. They were special existences in the endless desert. Anyone who died on this level would eventually become a desert bandit, something like a half-puppet. The only thing left in their minds was killing. After a long time, the number of desert bandits in the endless desert had exceeded 100 million. These desert bandits had retained the strength they had when they were alive. At the same time, their physical defenses had become extremely powerful. They were not easy to kill. Run. The desert bandits are here. Damn it, this is a mid-level desert bandit group. There are at least a few thousand of them. Endless desert. The group of people continued to flee. Behind them were thousands of desert bandits riding desert scorpions, chasing after them. This was a battle team, and everyone's faces were pale. It was too terrifying. Similar situations kept happening in the boundless desert. Desert bandits? Lin Fei had just climbed over a sand slope when he saw a group of desert bandits surrounding a battle team. The battle team was struggling, and the situation was not looking good. They're really unlucky to encounter a group of a few thousand desert bandits. The desert bandits were no different from ordinary people. The only difference was that their skin had turned bronze and was dry without any moisture. There was no human aura on their bodies, only a cold and deathly aura. The battle team was still very powerful. They constantly activated their emperor intent to attack. The desert bandits were sent flying again and again, but they would immediately return and attack again. Killing a desert bandit required 7 or 8 attacks, and this was only for the weaker desert bandit. As for the stronger ones, it would take at least 10 tries to kill them before they could kill the desert bandit. As time went on, the battle team could not hold on any longer and was quickly defeated by the desert bandit. One by one, they turned into corpses and were brought back. Lin Fei sucked in a breath of cold air when he saw this. This is a little scary. They're really unlucky. Usually, a few dozen desert bandits are enough to give them a headache, let alone a few thousand. The desert bandits were not just a little stronger than the desert scorpions. These desert bandits all have 10th grade physical bodies and are very difficult to deal with. They are immune to Emperor intent attacks to a certain extent, and unless they cooperate well, it will be very difficult to kill them in one blow. Lin Fei was overjoyed. This was definitely good stuff. The Aquamoon Paradise is really my blessed land, especially these desert bandits. They are no weaker than Emperor weapons. Others might not be able to take them, but I'm different. The closer they got to the stone platform, the desert scorpions, desert bandits, and desert bandits in the desert gradually increased in number. They wandered around and hunted down anyone they saw. Lin Fei had seen such a situation several times. The most dangerous part of the boundless desert should be the 1,000,000 kilometers from the stone platform. This was not the first time that Lin Fei had encountered desert bandit. There were at least 100 and at least a few dozen. He also realized that these desert bandits could communicate with each other. Once he fought with them, unless he killed them in a very short time, a large group of desert bandits would come to his rescue. This situation made Lin Fei want to curse. The existence of an organization was the most difficult to deal with. Lin Fei slowed down. About 1,000,000 kilometers away from the stone platform, Lin Fei had successfully encountered 5 desert bandits. They seemed to be patrolling, and they were good at hiding their tracks. The 5 desert bandits charged out from the yellow sand and cooperated well, sealing off the escape route. It was a good method to surround and kill. Ordinary people would be caught unprepared if they encountered them, because they could not block them. Lin Fei did not dodge. His body moved and his strength surged. The 5 desert bandits were sent flying. Each of them looked like they had been hit by a huge hammer, and their chests were caved in. Powerful indeed. They took one of my attacks and are still fine. I really don't know how the Aquamoon Paradise was created. Lin Fei was amazed. If one did not fight, one would never know the strength of the desert bandit. They were indeed not easy to kill. No wonder so many teams fell in the boundless desert. I'm not playing anymore. The 5 desert bandits pounced again. After the space trembled, the 5 desert bandits turned into dust, as if they were grinded by a millstone. This was the first time that Lin Fei used Proud Heaven's physical strength. The number of desert bandits started to increase. Chapter 27:12. This left Lin Fei at a loss. He couldn't possibly return empty-handed. The strength of the desert bandits could not be better used to form a law enforcement team. With them around, even the 3 great emperors would have to turn a blind eye. Snatch? Lin Fei would definitely use his strength to show them what regret was. Can I still borrow Emperor Will fragments? Although he owed a debt, Lin Fei was not worried. It was hard to get Emperor Will fragments in the ancient wasteland world, but it did not mean that there were none in other places. You can only borrow 1,000 Emperor Will fragments at most. The interest is 1,000 and the time limit is 100 years. The little devil opened his mouth like a lion. Lin Fei was stunned. This price was obviously much higher than the previous time. The previous time was Master's first loan, so there was a discount on the interest. This time, Master will not be able to enjoy the discount. 1,000 Emperor Will fragments, 1,000 interest, 100 years. Do you want it? Lin Fei clenched his teeth. Yes, 200 desert bandits. How terrifying was their battle strength. It was just 2,000 Emperor Will fragments. Lin Fei could definitely get it back. At that time, a desert bandit would definitely fight for it if he sold it for 1,000,000 sky crystals. With money on hand, Lin Fei did not believe that he couldn't find Emperor Will fragments. 200 desert bandits. I have to search carefully. No matter what, I have to get the strongest ones. I can't possibly choose some weak ones to bring back. Endless desert. A large group of desert scorpions were killed on the spot. The 5-man team cooperated very well and quickly retreated, shaking off the encirclement of the desert scorpions. Team Bai, the world team, should be chasing after Lin Fei. Looking at the time, if Lin Fei is close to the stone platform, they will probably kill him with a borrowed knife and attract the desert bandits to surround Lin Fei. At that time, they will be able to kill Lin Fei effortlessly. The information in Bai Zongheng's hands was very detailed. The desert bandits were the most powerful of them all. Qianji is the best at scheming. It's obvious that he wants to get Lin Fei's body tempering manual. He will definitely attract the desert bandit. For someone like Qianji who likes to do everything perfectly, he will definitely have a backup plan. For example, the Desert Bandit King. That is the most terrifying existence. Bai Zhongheng squinted his eyes. The other 4 members of the battle team sucked in a breath of cold air when they heard this. This was an existence that made people tremble with fear. According to the information left behind by previous generations, the ultimate existence of the first level was the Desert Bandit King. It was rumored that he was a monstrous genius who had fallen in ancient times. As soon as the Desert Bandit King appeared, corpses were strewn all over the place. He was an existence that every team feared the most. They can find the Desert Bandit King. It might not work for others, but for Qianji, although there is a certain degree of difficulty, the success rate is about 50%. But that's enough. The desert bandits are nothing more than this. Somewhere else in the desert, there were hundreds of dead desert bandits lying around. If the other teams saw this, they would definitely suck in a breath of cold air. Qianji's combat power was extraordinary. Don't be too arrogant. The strength of these desert bandits is average, and they are very difficult to deal with. Luckily, we can use the Forbidden Pearl to block everything. Without reinforcements, it will only take us a little time to kill them, Qianji said calmly. The members of the battle team had always looked up to Qianji like an idol. Where is Lin Fei now? Qianji asked a bald man beside him. The bald man sniffed and stared in a certain direction. The space in front of him was filled with images. It was the area where Lin Fei was moving around. The images flashed by quickly, but it was enough. Leader, according to the markings on the map, Lin Fei is a certain distance away from us. He should be somewhere around the stone platform, and the range is no more than 1.5 million kilometers. The bald man said proudly. As long as they are within a certain space, I can find their location. San Fei, since you know the Void Dao, you can enter the Dark World. This level is the most suitable place to kill Lin Fei. We don't even need to do anything. As long as you lure a group of desert bandits over, without the Forbidden Pearl, Lin Fei will definitely die if he is surrounded. Qianji had already calculated everything. To be safe, we have to lure the Desert Bandit King out and not give Lin Fei a chance to live. Qianji was very interested in the physique tempering manual. It took him a few hundred years to reach this stage. If the members of the battle team learned it, they would definitely become the first battle team in the Great Thousand World. Leader, leave the luring to me. San Fei stood up. There's no one more suitable than me for this. Although your Dark World is very powerful, you must be careful of the savage Desert Bandit King. Rumor has it that he was a monstrous existence from ancient times. Even after his death, he transformed into the savage Desert Bandit King, a truly terrifying expert. Those ordinary desert bandits might not be able to track you, but you must be careful of that one. I will be careful. This is not bad. Lin Fei started to wander around the stone platform. With the help of the system, he locked on to the strongest desert bandit. He rushed in violently and used the Forbidden Pearl to seal the space. Aotian went all out and attacked the strongest desert bandit. When the bandit's aura weakened, Aotian took him in. This was something that could not be helped. At their peak, the desert bandits had a certain level of resistance. Lin Fei had to injure them severely before the system could take him in. So far, Lin Fei had captured a total of 85 desert bandit. Among them, there was a desert bandit whose strength had reached the 11th level. Lin Fei had to use his fist technique to heavily injure him. What a powerful technique to locate people. A battle team is about to make their move. After being spied on, Lin Fei knew what was going on. Aotian 12 layers tyrant body was very sensitive to any kind of aura. The moment he was being spied on, Lin Fei knew it. He pretended not to know and allowed the enemy to lock on to his location. I will be able to get a batch of Emperor Will fragments soon. Lin Fei kept moving around the periphery. From time to time, he would get close to the desert bandit. Unfortunately, it was not easy to find a strong desert bandit. San Fei traveled in the dark world. The Aquamoon Heavenly Palace did not restrict the use of Emperor Will. What a stupid idea! Finding the desert bandits to train. In the dark world, San Fei had been observing. He was very confident in his ability to travel in the dark world. You stay nearby and find the desert bandits to train. It will save you a lot of trouble. After San Fei left. Chapter 27:13. Ever since he entered the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace, Lin Fei knew that this day would come. It was no surprise that the World Team made the first move. Countless teams had died in the World Team's hands. A powerful physique tempering manual was extremely popular. To the World Team, killing a Lone Ranger was a piece of cake. Lin Fei knew that they were about to make their move. Using the desert bandits to kill others and being the fisherman behind the scenes is not a bad idea. Lin Fei pretended not to know that he was being watched. No one knew that Lin Fei could see through the dark world. If they had known, they would not have used such a method. Against someone who was already on guard, you would move from the dark to the light. Instead, the other party would hide in the dark and attack at any time. Lin Fei wandered around the periphery, pretending to be looking for desert bandits to train and increase his combat experience. Physique tempering experts had always used such methods to train themselves. No one would suspect that Lin Fei had already seen through the scheme. The World Team's plan was also in progress. Everything is normal. Lin Fei is still looking for desert bandits to train himself. Tracks of the Desert Bandit King have been discovered. Information was sent to the World Team. Well done, San Fei. Qianji was satisfied with his members' abilities. Lure the Desert Bandit King to Lin Fei's location. It's time for us to move. Qianji revealed a smile. This time, Lin Fei would be doomed. In Qianji's eyes, Lin Fei was a brute. He could be arrogant in the ancient wasteland world, but he was not enough in the World Team. If Lin Fei had cultivated the Emperor body, it would be troublesome to deal with him. Qianji did not dare to act rashly. Any expert who had cultivated the Emperor body was not easy to kill. Fortunately, Lin Fei did not have the Emperor body. He could still be killed. Qianji was very confident. The desert bandits alone were enough to deal with. Moreover, the Desert Bandit King was the real killer move. The three of them flew through the dark world. They kept appearing and disappearing, provoking the desert bandit. Great, it's starting to move. San Fei was busy for a while. There was a commotion among the desert bandits, and they started to move. As desert bandits whose fleshly bodies had reached the 10th level, their movement speed was extremely fast. Some of them were even equipped with desert scorpions, so they were like shadows when they moved. Their senses were very strong. If there was even the slightest movement, she would know. This was something that other desert creatures could not compare to. At first, San Fei still dared to provoke the desert bandits, leading them to a certain location. Later on, the number of desert bandits began to increase, from the initial few hundred to thousands, then tens of thousands, all the way to 1,000,000 desert bandits. With such a large number of desert bandits, even San Fei himself had to be careful. There were also some powerful desert bandits that could see through the dark world and pose a certain threat. Fortunately, they did not encounter any danger along the way. This was the only thing worth celebrating. The team kept sending in messages, locking on to Lin Fei's position. Now there's only one chance left. San Fei had lured over 1,000,000 desert bandits, a black mass. It was definitely everyone's nightmare. Using this desert bandit to deal with Lin Fei was giving him enough face. If a demon from the ancient wasteland world died under the siege of the desert bandits, even if someone wanted to say something, they would not be able to find a reason. If he died at the hands of the desert bandits, he could only blame Lin Fei's bad luck. Many geniuses in the past had died in the Aquamoon Heavenly Palace. Lin Fei had been wandering around the outskirts for a month. In the eyes of outsiders, he had been training his strength. During this period, he had also encountered a few strong teams, trying to break through the final stretch. Most of the teams had fallen on the final stretch. Lin Fei had once witnessed a powerful battle team that had worked well together the entire way. However, at the final stretch of the journey, they had been suppressed by the desert bandits with their large numbers. In the end, they had been completely annihilated. That battle had been truly tragic. Anyone who had seen it would have been horrified. Looking at the time, it should be about time. Over the past month, Lin Fei had been spied on several times in the dark. Absolute battle team. Lin Fei was very clear on this point. He just did not know if it was the World Battle Team, the Zongheng Battle Team, or even other battle teams. Lin Fei suddenly raised his head. In his vision, a yellow sand swept over. Along with the appearance of a black shadow, the surrounding yellow sand began to tremble, making a buzzing sound. Desert bandits! Lin Fei looked over. Under the yellow sand, the black shadows rolled. It was the desert bandits of the endless desert. Help! In front of the yellow sand, a team moved pathetically. Their faces were full of fear. When they saw Lin Fei, they immediately changed direction and rushed over. Courting death. Lin Fei's heart moved. His face was full of panic as he turned and ran. You still know how to run. Too bad it's too late. San Fei laughed in the dark world. Desert bandits will be your first dish. Using hundreds of thousands of desert bandits to deal with me. How impressive! Hundreds of thousands of desert bandits gathered together, forming a black mass like a dark cloud. It was extremely terrifying, like the pressure of Mount Tai. Save me, I don't want to die. A young man from the team behind, wielding a spear, sent a dozen desert bandits flying and was immediately surrounded. I don't want this thing anymore. An item flew towards Lin Fei's direction. PFFF, 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 PFFF? The young man struggled. Soon, he screamed and was killed by the desert bandit. They didn't stop. Each of them revealed a ferocious look and chased after Lin Fei. Killing with a borrowed knife, they are really good at it. Lin Fei saw something flying over and looked at the desert bandits. He knew what was going on. Master, quickly pick it up. This is a good item. The little devil suddenly reminded. This item has an extraordinary origin. It should be the best treasure on this floor. It can't be. They think so highly of me. Lin Fei's movements didn't stop. He forced himself to a stop, and his arms swelled up, grabbing the item and continuing to run. Ha ha ha, you're dead meat this time. I spent a lot of effort to get this item. It's the treasure of the Desert Bandit King. San Fei sneered as he looked at Lin Fei, who was running. The Desert Bandit King wasn't easy to lure, but it wasn't impossible. They just happened to know about it. Whoever obtained this item would be hunted down by the Desert Bandit King. Leader, the fish has taken the bait. All we need to do is wait for it. San Fei sent a message. It's done. Qianji laughed. Let's go and pick up the loot. Leader, they're making their move. On the other side, the Zongheng team also noticed something was wrong with the Desert Bandit. Chapter 27:14. In the middle of the endless desert, a figure was running for his life. So. More than a dozen black figures shot out from the surroundings. All of them were the desert bandits that excelled in speed. Scram! Lin Fei roared. His voice was like a long spear, sending the surrounding bandits flying. At this time, Lin Fei maintained his physical body at the First Order Emperor realm. He was waiting for the people hiding in the dark to appear. When the time comes, he would kill them all in one fell swoop. After sending the desert bandits flying, Lin Fei continued to run. Under the little devil's supervision, Lin Fei avoided the ambushes of the desert bandits in front of him. These were all arranged by San Fei. This brat's luck is really good, he managed to escape the trap. San Fei cursed inwardly and chased after Huang Xiaolong. Outside the stone platform, the number of desert bandits wasn't small. Lin Fei was constantly surrounded by the desert bandit. As if they knew his position, they could rush out from the yellow sand. Lin Fei had no problem killing the scattered desert bandit. As the number of desert bandits increased, Lin Fei's movements slowed down. Especially after being surrounded by more than 200 desert bandits, Lin Fei seemed to be struggling. He could only injure the desert bandits but not kill them. The number of desert bandits in the surroundings also increased. Lin Fei put on a pair of boxing gloves and barely managed to carve out a path. However, he was quickly surrounded again. There were 3 layers of desert bandits attacking him. This time, you can't escape. San Fei was excited and sent a message over. This time, the desert bandits managed to delay Lin Fei. The Under Heaven battle team soon arrived. After concealing their aura, they appeared on a sand slope. Through a secret treasure, they could see the battle situation on the yellow sand. Good job, San Fei. This time, Lin Fei won't be able to escape. Looking at the number of desert bandits around, there are at least tens of thousands of them. They can definitely exhaust Lin Fei to death. Ordinary battle teams would be annihilated if they encountered tens of thousands of desert bandits. No matter how strong Lin Fei was, it was impossible for him to resist the siege of the desert bandits. With the help of the secret treasure, Qian Ji could see Lin Fei being besieged by the desert bandit. As expected, you don't have an emperor physique. The gloves on your hands seem to be quite powerful. It should be a great emperor-level treasure. Tens of thousands of desert bandits should be enough to make you suffer. I have overestimated you. Qian Ji was disappointed. Bai Zongheng, aren't you very good at divination? Let's see who will be the first to get the item this time. Bai Zongheng was a little late. He also used a treasure to observe the battle situation on a sand slope. Captain, Lin Fei is dead for sure this time. Tens of thousands of desert bandits. Any party that encounters it will definitely die. Bai Zongheng was watching the battle. Qian Ji is so powerful. Lin Fei is still too young. He fell into Qian Ji's trap unknowingly. I guess Qian Ji is nearby and has hidden himself with the help of a treasure. He was well aware of this fact. Bai Zongheng was very interested in such a powerful physique refining technique. Previously, Bai Zongheng had made a move to probe Lin Fei's strength. In fact, he had wanted to warn Lin Fei to be on guard against Qian Ji, and he had been waiting to reap the benefits. A physique tempering technique that could allow an ordinary person to step into the first-order Emperor realm in a few hundred years was at least a top-grade Emperor realm cultivation technique. If it was complete, it could even condense a powerful Emperor physique. This was also the reason why Bai Zongheng was interested in it. Bai Zongheng had always been cautious. Even though Lin Fei had revealed his first-order Emperor realm physique, he didn't dare to underestimate him. His motto was to never put himself and his teammates in danger, even if he couldn't obtain the item. Safety was the most important. Master, 2 batches of battle teams have arrived. Lin Fei continued to move around, punching out at the desert bandit. One after another, the desert bandits were sent flying, while the other bandits from behind surrounded him. It was like a tidal wave, wave after wave. It was extremely terrifying. 2 batches, they should be the Under Heaven battle team and the Zongheng battle team. 2 big fishes. Lin Fei was busy attacking the desert bandit. Wait a little longer. Maintaining his first-order Emperor realm strength, Lin Fei had a hard time dealing with the desert bandits. His movements had slowed down, but there were still bandits dying in Lin Fei's hands. Time passed day by day. Lin Fei persevered for 13 days, killing wave after wave of desert bandit. The desert bandits on the outskirts were still as dense as ever, numbering in the tens of thousands. Bang! 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 Countless black shadows were sent flying again. Lin Fei panted heavily, and he looked like a mess. Although the desert bandits had left some injuries on his body, he was still able to hold on. They're probably cursing at me now. Lin Fei had been forcing himself to stay strong. He was clearly on the verge of collapse, but he didn't fall. Now that there are 5 battle teams watching, it's about time. 5 battle teams wasn't a lot, and those that could come here were all very strong. What the hell, is he really a first-order Emperor realm physique? No matter how I look at it, it doesn't look like it. He's even more durable than an Emperor physique. Over at Under Heaven's side, San Fei had a gloomy expression on his face. It's been 13 days. He's too persistent. He's so close. Could he be faking it? Qian Ji frowned slightly. What kind of physique tempering technique is this? How can it be so powerful? He had thought that the tens of thousands of desert bandits would be able to kill Lin Fei easily, but it turned out like this. A first-order Emperor realm physique was exceptionally terrifying, and he had persisted for 13 days. So what if he persisted for 13 days? This physique tempering technique is mine. Qian Ji was more and more interested in this physique tempering technique. He's only a first-order Emperor realm, but he's already so powerful. If he reaches the third-order Emperor realm, he might even be able to condense an Emperor physique. Wait a little longer. Isn't this physique a little too powerful? Bai Zongheng was also shocked. Even though a first-order Emperor realm physique was strong, it wasn't strong enough to withstand the siege of the Desert Bandit. No wonder he could cultivate to the first-order Emperor realm in just a few hundred years. This technique isn't simple. 15 days, 20 days, 30 days. Lin Fei was on the verge of collapsing. His body had been destroyed more than a dozen times by the Desert Bandits, but he still persisted. He was so close. Extraordinary. Qian Ji narrowed his eyes, and he was completely moved. I can't go on like this anymore. I have to use my last move. In a month's time, Qian Ji's patience had reached its limit. As long as one wasn't a fool, they could tell that Lin Fei's physique tempering technique was top-notch. Once he condensed an Emperor physique, he would be exceptionally terrifying. This was definitely out of everyone's expectations. Chapter 27:15. In the ancient wasteland world, the most ferocious of the younger generation was undoubtedly Lin Fei. In total, he had killed more than 10 Emperor realm experts. Who could compete with him? Relying on his powerful physical body, Lin Fei had reached the first-order Emperor realm in just a few hundred years. Even with time acceleration, he was only a few thousand years away from condensing an Emperor body. Especially in a place like the ancient wasteland world, it was absolutely shocking. Physique cultivation techniques were undoubtedly something that made everyone's eyes light up. In the first layer of the Endless Desert, several battle teams had locked onto Lin Fei, scheming to snatch his physique cultivation technique. Facing the most ferocious desert bandits in the Endless Desert, Lin Fei had endured for a month. This showed how powerful the physique cultivation technique was. Everyone knew how powerful the desert bandits were. It was extremely difficult to kill them alone. Countless battle teams had been killed by the desert bandit. For Lin Fei to be able to endure for a month, it was definitely a heaven-defying feat. The strength of the physique cultivation technique also made many people excited. Too powerful! He's only a first-order emperor, and he's already this strong without condensing an emperor body. Once he condenses an emperor body, he'll definitely be invincible. That's right. Unless he cultivates the secret arts and secret arts of a top sect, there's no way he can suppress Lin Fei. Could Lin Fei have cultivated a mythical physique cultivation technique? All sorts of guesses appeared. Boom! A terrifying aura erupted from the center of the endless desert without any warning. At the same time, a black hole shot up into the sky from the endless desert. The terrifying aura covered the entire endless desert. At this moment, everyone's expressions changed. In front of this aura, everyone could feel the aura of death. This is the Desert Bandit King. How did he get alarmed? This is bad. All the battle teams in the Great Thousand Worlds had news of the most terrifying existence in the endless desert. That was the Desert Bandit King, a peerless genius that had fallen in the ancient times. Even after his death, his strong belief allowed him to transform into the ruler of the endless desert. With the appearance of the Desert Bandit King, everyone knew what would happen next. That Lin Fei is dead meat. Retreat. Get out of here. The spectating teams immediately retreated. Even though there were formations and treasures that could conceal their auras, it was useless against the Desert Bandit King. The only way out was to get as far away as possible. Let's leave this area, Bai Zongheng said to the members. With the appearance of the Desert Bandit King, who could really compete with him? What a pity! In front of the Desert Bandit King, Bai Zongheng did not dare to fight recklessly. He felt a little sorry for Lin Fei. Good, he's finally here. Qianji smiled. Initially, he had thought that a physical body cultivation technique would be easily obtainable, and he would be able to deal with Lin Fei with a borrowed knife. However, he hadn't expected that the other party's physical body cultivation technique would be so formidable that he was able to resist for an entire month. This was a little scary. Once the Desert Bandit King appears, even if you are a peerless heaven's favorite and have the supreme emperor physique, you will still die in the hands of this peerless expert. Qianji left the scene with his men. Everyone knew how powerful the Desert Bandit King was. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Following the explosion of the powerful aura, it was as if Lin Fei was facing a peerless beast. Boundless hostility rose to the sky. Ao Tian was slightly excited, and a rare look of desire could be seen on his face. The desert bandits that were attacking seemed to have received an order, and all of them crawled in the same direction. The Desert Bandit King. To be able to make a black mass of desert bandits crawl on the ground, who else could it be other than the ruler of the first level? Master, your opponent is here. This Desert Bandit King is very powerful. If Master can devour everything he has, Master's Ao Tian will be greatly enhanced. Although it won't be able to break through to the next level, Master's physical body will be extremely powerful. Needless to say, Lin Fei also knew that this was an opportunity. Ao Tian was currently in the third level. Although he had reached the peak, he could still continue to accumulate and improve. This was also one of the strengths of Ao Tian. He could absorb everything infinitely. Dong, dong, dong. The yellow sands of the endless desert began to vibrate. Between the heavens and the earth, a dark cloud could be seen. It was formed by boundless hostility. Every time the sound came, it was like a huge bell that reverberated in everyone's hearts. Even their physical bodies seemed to be faintly unstable. It's here. Lin Fei looked over. A dark cloud appeared, and a figure that looked like a small mountain appeared in the sky. Hua hua hua. When this figure appeared, the surrounding void began to collapse. The desert bandits that were crawling on the ground were also crushed into pieces by the powerful force. The desert bandits in front of Lin Fei were also crushed into pieces. A huge impact slammed into Lin Fei's body. Hua hua hua. In an instant, Lin Fei was attacked by a huge twisting force, and his entire body was about to be twisted into pieces. What a powerful physical body! As expected of the ruler of this level, a single thought from him can determine the life and death of a person. Even a heavenly emperor expert would die without a doubt. This was the strongest physical body that Lin Fei had ever encountered. Even that heavenly Emperor Gu Yen might not be comparable to this Desert Bandit King. The black figure was getting closer and closer. Every time it moved, it would cause a terrifying spatial distortion. The Desert Bandit King also appeared in front of Lin Fei. The other party's speed was too fast. It was more than 3 million kilometers per second. At this speed, no one would be able to pinpoint the position of the Desert Bandit King. When speed reached a certain level, it would become a huge advantage. The Desert Bandit King punched through the air. The moment the aura was released, The Desert Bandit King's fist landed on Lin Fei's body, shattering everything behind Lin Fei. All that was left was a huge black hole. Once the black hole appeared, even if one was far away, they would still be able to see the pitch-black hole. Too terrifying! San Fei, who was the only one still in the dark world, could not help but gasp. With this punch, Lin Fei is dead for sure. San Fei, who was hiding at the side, did not dare to get too close. Even so, he could still feel the vibrations from the physical body, which affected the dark world. Moreover, this was under the situation where he was far away. San Fei was confident that once he got close to that area, even if he was in the dark world, he would be destroyed on the spot. What San Fei had to do now was to wait for the Desert Bandit King to leave before collecting the spoils of war and completing the mission given by his captain. At this time, in front of the black hole, Lin Fei took a punch from the Desert Bandit King head-on. This was an unprecedentedly powerful attack. His blood began to churn. I've already cultivated the 12 levels Overlord physique to the 3rd level, condensing Proud Heaven physique. Even with a peak 3rd Order Emperor physique, I can barely block the Desert Bandit King's attack. How monstrous was that guy back then? Chapter 27:16. A single punch from the Desert Bandit King had created a terrifying black hole. This level of attack caused the spectating battle teams to tremble in fear. None of them dared to send their divine senses in. The moment they approached the black hole, an invisible force would crush their divine senses. They could only make wild guesses. Most of the time, the result would be the same. Lin Fei would die without a doubt. No one had ever heard of anyone surviving the Desert Bandit King's attack. The Desert Bandit King's first punch had failed to kill Lin Fei. A second punch followed, and it was just as ferocious and tyrannical as the first. Lin Fei was not a punching bag. It just so happens that my proud heaven needs some time to get used to it. Lin Fei laughed and met the punch with a punch. The two punches collided heavily, setting off a huge shockwave that swept out for billions of miles. The void within a billion miles had completely collapsed. Fortunately, this was a powerful treasure. Even under such a powerful shockwave, space did not collapse at all. It was as stable as a boulder. After the two punches collided, Lin Fei took 3 small steps back. The Desert Bandit King did not move an inch. His lifeless eyes suddenly erupted with a trace of energy as he rushed forward. Even in death, the Desert Bandit King had left behind a supreme will. Once he met a powerful opponent, his will would erupt. Although Lin Fei's blood was boiling, and the powerful Proud Heaven had also begun to play its role, he still met the Desert Bandit King fearlessly. The two of them fought. Both of them were body-tempering experts. At the same time, the speed at which they punched out was extremely fast. Each of their punches caused quite a commotion, shaking the surrounding space. Everywhere they passed by, there were holes and craters. In a dozen breaths' time, Lin Fei had left his original position. During this time, they had exchanged hundreds of blows, and almost all of them had been head-on attacks. Each of his punches had drawn blood. Too strong. Such high-intensity attacks. No wonder he's the Desert Bandit King. When Lin Fei punched the Desert Bandit's back, his lower abdomen was punched, and his chest was also punched. Overall, Lin Fei was at a disadvantage. I thought I was fast enough, but I didn't expect the Desert Bandit King to be even faster. At full speed, his speed can reach a terrifying 3.8 million per second, while I can only reach 3 million per second. This was also the reason why Lin Fei would receive 2 attacks when he hit his opponent once. However, this scene left San Fei, who was hiding in the dark world, dumbfounded. This can't be real. I must be seeing things. That guy, who was bound to die, was actually fighting the Desert Bandit King head-on. Moreover, they were exchanging blows, and each of their punches was in full swing. The terrifying power of that punch was actually blocked by Lin Fei, and his body showed no signs of collapsing. This was beyond San Fei's imagination. Mythical body-tempering art. A thought flashed through his mind. The Bandit King was the paragon of the first floor. His strength was tyrannical. Rumor had it that the Desert Bandit King's physique had reached the peak of the Third Order Emperor realm. It wasn't an emperor physique, but it was more terrifying than an emperor physique. Not good, they're coming in this direction. San Fei was in a daze, and he didn't sense the other party's movement. By the time he regained his senses, the other party was already very close to him. It's fine, they can't see me. I can walk in the dark world. San Fei resisted the urge to move. With the Desert Bandit King's strength, even the slightest movement would be detected. Walking in the dark world was a one-sided battle against those weaker than him. Once he met a powerful opponent, he could see through the dark world and even control them to enter the dark world to hunt him down. San Fei believed that they wouldn't notice him. As long as the Desert Bandit King didn't notice him, San Fei believed that no one would notice him. Lin Fei? That was impossible. Lin Fei and the Desert Bandit King's speed was extremely fast. Both of them were moving at over 3 million per second. You've got guts. Just when San Fei thought that the Desert Bandit King wouldn't notice him, a voice resounded in his mind. His expression changed. Not good, I've been discovered. San Fei's reaction was a little slow. Lin Fei, who was moving, had long wanted to kill this guy who was spying on him. Lin Fei hated these kinds of mobile surveillance creatures. Lin Fei casually punched into the dark world. Proud Heaven Tier 3. His physical strength was terrifying. With the little devil locking on to his position, he would definitely die with a punch. San Fei, who was hiding in the dark world, didn't notice that Lin Fei would kill him. He saw the other party's punch rushing into the dark world and coming for him. This punch came very suddenly. Before San Fei could react, the other party's punch had already landed on his body. His whole body felt like it was smashed by a huge hammer, and his whole body turned into pieces. Instant kill. One was prepared while the other was unprepared. San Fei's death became very normal. After killing San Fei in the dark world, no one in the surroundings noticed the changes in this place. Their divine senses couldn't reach in. Powerful energy waves distorted the void, and any divine senses that entered would be minced into pieces. Now we can have a good fight. Without an audience watching, Lin Fei didn't have anything to hold back. Every punch of Desert Bandit King was very fast, leaving behind a series of afterimages. The attacks landed on your body silently. Lin Fei let go of Proud Heaven. Swish, swish, swish. After going all out, halos appeared around Lin Fei, forming a barrier. When Desert Bandit King's attacks landed on Lin Fei, they were blocked by the halos. This was Proud Heaven's unique strong defense. A body tempering technique, created by combining all the great Emperor's books on the first floor of Dark Shadow Palace, was naturally not weak. It's time to have a taste of my power. Before, Lin Fei had been defending passively. Proud Heaven, 5 times amplification. The power in Lin Fei's hand soared. He punched, and a rumbling sound came from the heaven and earth. Under the confrontation of two kinds of physical strength, Desert Bandit King was shaken. With the 5 times amplification, Lin Fei's strength was much higher than Desert Bandit King. Not enough, not enough. 10 times amplification. His strength doubled again. 10 times amplification. This was the benefit of Proud Heaven's second level. This was also the first time Lin Fei used Proud Heaven's support ability. Fortunately, Desert Bandit King was worth Lin Fei using his trump card. Pung! After the 10 times amplification, Lin Fei punched Desert Bandit King, sending him flying. Awesome! After sending the Desert Bandit King flying with a single punch, Lin Fei finally realized how powerful Proud Heaven was. 5 times buff wasn't enough, so the second 10 times buff was enough to send the Desert Bandit King, the ruler of the Endless Desert, flying. Chapter 27:17. In the Endless Desert. A few battle teams were paying close attention. The commotion caused by the Desert Bandit King wasn't small. Everyone stood aside obediently, not daring to fight with the Desert Bandit King. What's going on? Could it be that Lin Fei is fighting with the Desert Bandit King? This commotion doesn't seem right. The expressions of the spectators from afar started to change. Terrifying waves kept erupting from the area. Each wave made them feel the aura of death. The situation wasn't right. No, this isn't right. Bai Zhongheng frowned and shook his head. Could I have guessed wrongly? That Lin Fei is stronger than I thought. Is he able to fight with the Desert Bandit King? Even he didn't have the confidence to survive in the hands of the Desert Bandit King. The Desert Bandit King was the publicly acknowledged ruler of the endless desert. No matter which battle team it was, they didn't want to meet the Desert Bandit King. They might have a chance to escape if they met an ordinary bandit, but they would definitely die if they met the ruler. What if Lin Fei is really able to fight against the Desert Bandit King? Doesn't that mean? Bai Zhongheng shuddered. On Team Under Heaven's side, Qian Ji was also looking at the area in disbelief. San Fei, what's going on over there? Where is he? Reply. Qian Ji sent a message, but there was no reply. This wasn't something that would happen normally. San Fei was like a scout in the team. He had contributed greatly to the team and wouldn't remain silent at a crucial moment. Leader, could something have happened? Qian Ji had predicted that Lin Fei wasn't the Desert Bandit King's match, so he had arranged for San Fei to hide at the side and steal the Desert Bandit King's physique tempering technique. But the current situation didn't seem right no matter how he looked at it. It can't be. Qian Ji shook his head. The Desert Bandit King is strong, but his target this time is Lin Fei. San Fei will be fine in the dark world. Qian Ji had faith in San Fei's ability to travel through the dark world. After all, there were only a few who knew this emperor intent. As for whether Lin Fei would be able to discover it, Qian Ji did not care. He did not believe that Lin Fei could threaten San Fei, who was in the dark world. It must be a crucial moment. Qian Ji thought to himself. The Desert Bandit King's huge body kept retreating. Under the 10 times increase of Aotion's strength, Lin Fei's every punch carried a terrifying might, especially when combined with the Sky Splitter glove. Every punch had a tearing effect. The Desert Bandit King was very strong, but against Lin Fei, who had also condensed unparalleled heaven, he was destined to be unlucky. The Desert Bandit King's physique has probably surpassed the peak of the Third Order Emperor realm. With a 10-fold increase in strength, I can attack over 1,000 times. Lin Fei had already attacked over 1,000 times. Even powerful Emperor realm experts had died countless times, but the Desert Bandit King was different. After more than 1,000 attacks, his fighting prowess had dropped by 20%. The Desert Bandit King's strength is starting to be affected. He will definitely lose in less than 5,000 attacks. It wasn't easy for him to find a powerful opponent. Whether it was in terms of defense, speed, or strength, they were all on the same level. It was extremely difficult. Under the 10 times increase in strength, coupled with Aotion, Lin Fei's strength wasn't any weaker than the Desert Bandit King's. Every time their attacks collided, yellow sand would rise into the air. The battle between the two lasted for half an afternoon. Everywhere they passed, the void crumbled, and the Desert Bandit King was crushed. The Desert Bandit King, that was known as the most dangerous area around the stone platform, was annihilated by the shockwave. This is the last punch. The Desert Bandit King's battle prowess grew weaker and weaker. He was unable to break through the halos around his body. On the contrary, his body was in tatters, and it looked like it could collapse at any moment. Even so, the Desert Bandit King was still able to hold on. Another punch flew over. Just like before, it pierced through the Desert Bandit King's chest. The Desert Bandit King's strong defense was finally penetrated by Lin Fei's punch. Cracks appeared all over the Desert Bandit King's body, and the cracks grew bigger and bigger. Bang! The Desert Bandit King shattered like a work of art. Inhale. How could Lin Fei let go of such a good opportunity? He opened his mouth and inhaled. Hua hua hua. The powerful life essence energy flowed into Lin Fei's body. In an instant, Lin Fei's body was like an inflated balloon, growing bigger and bigger. His body expanded and shrunk from time to time, and this continued for a long time. Luckily, I almost exploded. Lin Fei sucked in a deep breath. Fear still lingered in his heart when he thought about how the Desert Bandit King's life essence had almost exploded. The Desert Bandit King's life essence was too rich. If Lin Fei hadn't cultivated Aotian, he wouldn't have been able to refine the life essence energy. With the Desert Bandit King's life essence energy, even though my Aotian hasn't stepped into the 4th stage, his physique has already surpassed the limits of a 3rd-order Emperor realm. Lin Fei exhaled softly. The space in front of him suddenly collapsed, forming a huge black hole. The life essence of the Desert Bandit King alone is already a great reward for me. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. Right, as the ruler of this layer, the Desert Bandit King must have collected a lot of treasures. I have to take a look. Lin Fei was truly grateful to those battle teams for scheming against him. If they hadn't lured the Desert Bandit King over, he wouldn't have had the chance to obtain such a rich life essence energy. Hua! Lin Fei turned into a streak of light and flew away. There's no movement. The energy fluctuations in the yellow sand had stopped. The battle teams in the distance couldn't sense the Desert Bandit King's aura. What happened? The Desert Bandit King's aura is gone. Bai Zongheng and his team arrived at the scene first. A terrifying aura filled the air. With his 1st-order Emperor realm physique, Bai Zongheng was able to withstand the shockwave. It seems like it's really gone. Did it go back? Bai Zongheng swept a glance at the surroundings. Before the other battle teams arrive, let's search the surroundings. The physique tempering technique might be nearby. Since the Desert Bandit King wasn't around, it meant that Lin Fei had lost. This result wasn't surprising. However, Bai Zongheng still had some doubts in his heart. Something wasn't right. He couldn't figure out what had happened. Bai Zongheng hated the fact that he didn't cultivate a soul-related secret art. Otherwise, he would have been able to see what was going on. Brother Bai, I didn't expect you to be interested in this thing. Chapter 27:18. It's here. In an ordinary place in the endless desert, Lin Fei barged into a cave dwelling under the yellow sand. It was the Desert Bandit King's lair. Swish, swish, swish. As soon as he barged into the Desert Bandit King's lair, Lin Fei was immediately attacked by hundreds of bandits, each holding a divine weapon. Wow, there are so many peak-grade bandits hidden here. Lin Fei's eyes lit up. I was worried that I couldn't find any peak-grade bandits. The bandits surrounding him were all filled with murderous auras, and their speed could reach 2.5 million kilometers per second. These bandits were more than enough to deal with any Emperor Realm expert. Not Lin Fei. Scram! Lin Fei yelled. Ripples exploded one after another. The high-grade desert bandits that surrounded him were sent flying. 120. Lin Fei caught up and punched one of the bandits, causing his chest to cave in, heavily injuring him. With a wave of his hand, a peak-grade bandit was in his hands. The peak-grade bandits were heavily injured by Lin Fei with a single punch and were stored into the system storage. In the blink of an eye, all 120 peak-grade bandits were in Lin Fei's hands. Awesome, 120 peak-grade bandit. I was wondering why I couldn't find any powerful ones. They've all been taken in. Only a ghost would be able to find one. Lin Fei was very satisfied with the 120 peak-grade bandit. All of them had level 11 physique. Any one of them could face an Emperor Realm expert without fear, not to mention 120 peak-grade bandit. The guards that the Desert Bandit King had taken in over the years were easily taken by Lin Fei. After taking the peak-grade bandits, Lin Fei noticed that the cave dwelling was filled with white bones, as if he had entered a world of white bones. What a heavy taste! Lin Fei shook his head and started searching. It didn't take long. What a waste! A complete Emperor Will crystal! Lin Fei's eyes lit up, and he immediately discovered something that made him go wild with joy. Something shiny appeared from within the pile of bones. Lin Fei came before the bones and reached out with his hand. Traces of Emperor Will resisted, but before Lin Fei's grasp, the resisting will was crushed to pieces. A sparkling crystal fell into Lin Fei's hand. A complete Emperor Will crystal. This was not a fragment of Emperor Will, but a complete Emperor Will crystal. Lin Fei's eyes narrowed into slits. We're rich, we're rich. So many Emperor's Will crystals, they're really good stuff. Little devil, how many Emperor Will fragments can an Emperor Will crystal be exchanged for? Lin Fei was still in debt, and now he finally had the ability to pay it back. A complete Monarch Will crystal can be exchanged for 100 Monarch Will fragments. Ha ha ha! Lin Fei laughed. Lin Fei began to search alone. In the lair of the Desert Bandit King, there were piles of bones. Needless to say, the experts of the Great Thousand World died in the endless desert, and the corpses were collected by the Desert Bandit King to create a kingdom of bones. Every complete Emperor Will crystal was found. Lin Fei's eyes lit up. There were more complete Emperor Wills than expected. In a short time, Lin Fei collected 650. From the side, it could be seen that the experts who could keep a complete Emperor Will crystal must have been powerful figures who eventually died in the endless desert. He searched again. There was one here. There was one there too. Lin Fei searched very carefully, and refused to let go of any place. A windfall. He was not interested in other things, but the things here were the most interesting. Half a day later, Lin Fei searched all the way to the center of the lair, and saw a huge white bone throne, like a mountain. It was very frightening. 1,300 complete Emperor Will crystal. Lin Fei was full of smiles. He had gained a lot from this trip. The Emperor Will fragments he owed to the system were nothing, and he did not need to worry at all. During this time, Lin Fei saw some weapons. Unfortunately, after such a long time, the Emperor Will enhancement on these weapons had dissipated, and the weapons were tattered, no different from scrap. Lin Fei could not be bothered to collect them. He searched back and forth several times. Apart from broken weapons and a large pile of bones, there was nothing else. What a pauper! He did not find many sky crystals. Lin Fei was quite satisfied to be able to collect a complete Emperor Will crystal. The Desert Bandit King already has so many complete Emperor Will crystal on the first level of the Endless Desert. What about the lower levels? Lin Fei could not wait to enter the next level. Perhaps the next level would be even more rewarding. Right, the person who was chased by the Desert Bandit King gave me something. You said it was good stuff, but what was it? Lin Fei thought of something. Good stuff, to what extent could it be good? Lin Fei took out the box. Master, this is definitely good stuff, the Desert Bandit King's favorite item. To deal with you, those guys really put in a lot of effort. If it wasn't for the fact that he had cultivated the proud heavenly body, Lin Fei would really have a narrow escape from death. Stop teasing me, hurry up and tell me. Little Devil laughed. This box contains a large seal, a treasure with powerful attack power. It should be the Desert Bandit King's favorite treasure before he died. After opening it, there was indeed a large seal. The entire seal was red. As soon as the box opened, a domineering aura rushed out. Above the seal, an emperor in a royal robe stood with his hands behind his back, holding the seal. The emperor's aura was vast and mighty, as if he was a sovereign. Good stuff. With proud heaven protecting him, the emperor's aura had no effect on him. Lin Fei also knew that this was good stuff, really good stuff. Great Emperor's supreme treasure. The majestic emperor's aura swept away all who disobeyed. Back then, this Desert Bandit King was also a person with a considerable background, but unfortunately, he died in the endless desert. This emperor's seal, I will not be polite. Such a powerful emperor's treasure, Lin Fei naturally would not be polite, the more the better. Since I got it, it's time to settle the score with them. Lin Fei squinted his eyes, a cold light flashed. No. Not here either. What the hell? Could it be that he was killed by the Desert Bandit King? The place where the Desert Bandit King attacked. Some people were looking for it. No matter how hard they looked, they could not find the storage ring that Lin Fei left behind. Their faces turned ugly. They were most interested in Lin Fei's body refining technique. If they could obtain it, it would be of great help to them, and they might even be able to build the #1 team. Bai Zongheng also frowned. If it was killed by the Desert Bandit King, that would be such a pity. Bai Zongheng looked at Qian Ji not far away. Ha ha ha, are you disappointed that you couldn't find the storage ring? A voice could be heard from afar. Everyone looked over and saw a figure moving towards them at lightning speed. In a few breaths' time, he appeared in front of them. Black hair and black clothes. Chapter 27:19. A sudden voice interrupted everyone's search. Between heaven and earth, a black shadow rushed over. A few breaths later, he stood on a sand slope and looked at everyone with a smile. It's him, Lin Fei. He's not dead? How is this possible? The Desert Bandit King is the ruler of this layer. Could there be a mistake in the information? If Lin Fei is alive, what about the Desert Bandit King? The teams present reacted very quickly. Thoughts popped up in their minds. Bai Zongheng and Qian Ji were the calmest among them. However, a strange light flashed through their eyes. Lin Fei, you're quite daring. Why didn't you find a place to hide? Don't you know that you're a gold ingot now? The corner of Qian Ji's mouth curled into a smile. Initially, he was quite disappointed. The moment Lin Fei appeared, Qian Ji's mood turned for the better. Even though there were many battle teams present, Qian Ji was confident that he could take down Lin Fei before anyone else. After hearing Qian Ji's words, the gazes of the other battle teams turned unfriendly. Regardless of the reason, the fact that Lin Fei was able to survive didn't mean that he had preserved his strength well. He might just be putting on an act to fool them. Wasn't the injured Lin Fei a gold ingot that could move around freely? Everyone could see this point clearly. Lin Fei's gaze landed on Qian Ji. You must be the leader of the World Battle Team. That's right, I'm Qian Ji from the World Battle Team. Qian Ji continued, since you know my name, you should know how powerful the World Battle Team is. Are you going to hand over your physique tempering technique, or do you want us to attack together? Qian Ji didn't mind getting straight to the point when facing a mere Lin Fei. Qian Ji looked down on a native from a small world. So what if he was a first-order emperor? He probably didn't have much strength left. There were quite a few battle teams present. If they attacked together, not many people would be able to handle it. Who didn't know that Lin Fei's cultivation method was very powerful? Once he condensed the emperor body, he would be even more terrifying. Even if he stood there and let others hit him, not many people would be able to shake him. Lin Fei shook his head. I do have the body tempering method, but unfortunately, you don't have the strength to make me take it out. Captain Qian Ji, in your team, there should be a member who can travel through the dark world, right? In order to deal with me, you lured the Desert Bandit King here, and I really have to thank you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to kill the Desert Bandit King, let alone get the good stuff he left. When Qian Ji heard the first part of the sentence, he was filled with murderous intent. So were the team members behind him. However, when they heard the second part of the sentence, they lost their cool. The Desert Bandit King is dead? This was a piece of shocking news that they couldn't believe was true. Impossible, absolutely impossible. Their first thought was disbelief. The Desert Bandit King was the ruler of this level. How could he be killed so easily? It wasn't like no one had tried to gang up on him before. Unfortunately, they were all wiped out by him. Unless you were a mythical realm expert. You had to condense the Emperor's heart or cultivate an invincible mythical body. Lin Fei, you really know how to boast. How could you kill the Desert Bandit King? Why don't you take a look at yourself first? A team leader, Bai Long, sneered. That's right. If you could kill the Desert Bandit King, we would be able to kill a mythical realm expert. Be good and hand over the body tempering method, and we will leave your corpse intact. Another team leader snorted coldly. In order to get their hands on Lin Fei's body tempering method, the various teams had wasted a lot of time here. It could be said that they thought highly of Lin Fei. Bai Zongheng was the most cautious person among them. When he saw Lin Fei, he had a bad feeling in his heart. Could it be that he really killed the Desert Bandit King? A bad thought popped up in his mind. Bai Zongheng looked at Lin Fei with a strange gaze. How dare you kill our Under Heaven team's San Fei? Qianji stared at Lin Fei with murderous intent. You're courting death. Since he couldn't contact San Fei, Qianji thought that San Fei didn't dare to make a move due to the presence of the Desert Bandit King. However, after hearing Lin Fei's words, a bad thought appeared in his mind. Perhaps San Fei was dead. I've never liked people who lurk in the dark. So I'll send him on his way. Lin Fei said coldly. Now it's your turn. Those who are unrelated, I advise you to leave. Otherwise, you'll become a pile of bones in this desert. Team leader, kill him. San Fei, don't die in vain. The team members behind him glared at him. From their point of view, Lin Fei must have used some underhanded trick. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to kill San Fei. San Fei was someone who could travel through the dark world. The death of San Fei had indeed put Qianji in a bad mood. Losing a scout had a huge impact, but Qianji had found a reasonable reason. You can't just kill a member of our Under Heaven team as you wish. Kill him and take revenge for San Fei. Under Qianji's command, the team members behind him took action. The Under Heaven team had a total of 6 members. With the death of San Fei, there were still 5 members left. 4 of them instantly took action. 4-sided battle formation. The 4 members of the Under Heaven team immediately took up the 4-sided battle formation. The illusory figures of the 4 great divine beasts appeared behind them. Each of the illusory figures was extremely terrifying and lifelike. Lin Fei is in trouble now, Bai Zongheng thought. Without my command, none of you are allowed to make a move. Bai Zongheng was extremely sensitive to danger. He had a feeling that something was wrong with Lin Fei. The illusory figures of the 4 great divine beasts hovered in the air. Battle formation, hee. The might of the 4-sided battle formation was extremely strong. When the illusory figures of the 4 great divine beasts were summoned, it was a true attack from a great emperor. Lin Fei let out a loud laugh and charged into the sky. Crash! The core of the terrifying 4-sided battle formation was knocked away by Lin Fei. The 4 of them fell from the sky with an expression of disbelief on their faces. First strike kill. Lin Fei moved horizontally and appeared in front of a member of the Under Heaven team. His fist pierced through the chest of the member, and with a jolt of his physical strength, his body shattered. Lin Fei opened his mouth and devoured the body cleanly. With proud heaven in his body, Lin Fei's battle strength was indescribably ferocious. Bang! The second member of the Under Proud Heaven's fist pierced through his chest. Even if he was wearing a battle armor, it was still broken. That little bit of defense was useless. Under Proud Heaven's enhancement, no physical body could withstand a single punch from Lin Fei unless the opponent was a First-Order Emperor Realm expert. This was when Lin Fei had just started using Proud Heaven's first enhancement. 2 punches killed 2 members of the Under Heaven team. Lin Fei even devoured the life essence of 2 members of the Under Heaven team in front of them. One had to admit that his life essence was extremely dense, and it surpassed an ordinary Emperor Realm expert. Qianji, your team members are too weak. I can't even take 1 punch from them. Who? Chapter 27:20. In the blink of an eye, the World Battle Team lost 2 members. This was completely out of everyone's expectations. Lin Fei had transformed into a ferocious god. With a single punch, he killed 2 members of the World Battle Team. It was the same for the armor artifact that was destroyed with a single punch. Even rebirth had lost its effect, and he was extremely savage. Whoosh whoosh. Another 2 punches. Lin Fei traversed through the air like a phantom. The scariest part was that they couldn't see any traces of him. The remaining members of the World Battle Team exploded like fireworks. Their flesh and blood were all absorbed by Lin Fei. Silence. The entire place was silent. In less than 5 breaths of time, the World Battle Team was almost annihilated. A famous battle team in the Great Thousand World was left with only their captain by an expert from a small world. This was a rare sight. The other battle teams were speechless. They were all stunned. A terrifying thought popped up in their minds. Could the Desert Bandit King have really been killed by Lin Fei? This time, even they couldn't remain calm. If the Desert Bandit King was really killed, no one dared to imagine what would happen. Captain Qianji, it's your turn. Lin Fei struck towards Qianji. Qianji's entire mind was trembling. He knew the strength of the members of the World Battle Team. The treasures and secret skills they had were better than 90% of the battle teams. Even the experts from the Great Thousand World wouldn't be able to break through their alliance. How can he be so strong? Just as Qianji was in a daze, a fist appeared and landed on Qianji's body. Ripples appeared on his treasured robe as he was sent flying backwards. Bang bang bang! The space behind Qianji continued to collapse as he was sent flying. Cough cough cough! Even though he was wearing the treasured clothes, Qianji still vomited blood. His eyes were wide open as he couldn't accept the fact that he was injured by a single punch. If it wasn't for the treasured clothes, Qianji's body would have exploded on the spot. Cracks appeared on his body as the opponent's strength penetrated through the defenses of the treasured clothes. You're even wearing the treasured clothes! A voice rang in Qianji's mind. Another fist appeared and Qianji was sent flying again. It was too fast. Qianji could not even capture the traces of his opponent's movements. His speed is definitely above 3 million kilometers per second. Bai Zhongheng gasped. On the yellow sand, Qianji kept moving. One slow move, one wrong move, and he had lost all his advantages. Too strong. At this speed, Bai Zhongheng and the other members of the battle team all shook their heads. They didn't have the ability to face it at all. Their divine senses couldn't even keep up, let alone counterattack. Qianji's robe is going to break. Qianji was thrown around like a sandbag. The defensive ability of his treasured robe was getting weaker and weaker. Cracks started to appear on it. Then, Lin Fei's palm landed on his robe. Whoosh! The treasured robe shattered. A punch pierced through his chest. Crack 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 crack. Cracks appeared on Qianji's body, and he broke into pieces. Shift transposition. Qianji was unable to fight back. Finally, when Lin Fei's fist pierced through his chest, he crushed a talisman and his body instantly condensed again. Without any movement, he disappeared in front of Lin Fei. Lin Fei furrowed his brows. What a powerful treasure! It didn't react at all. When the punch pierced through Qianji's chest and heavily injured him, it was met with a powerful force. The force condensed and tore the space apart, leaving the scene. Although Lin Fei didn't kill Qianji, that punch had heavily injured him. It would be good if he could still use 30 to 40% of his strength. If he was smart enough to leave Water Moon Paradise, he would definitely die next time. Lin Fei didn't believe that Qianji could use such a powerful treasure for the second time. Qianji used shift transposition. That's Qianji's trump card. Bai Zhongheng was shocked. Shift transposition was a precious treasure that could allow one to travel a short distance. The range was 1 billion kilometers. Once it was used, no one could stop it. Qianji used shift transposition. Bai Zhongheng was shocked. Qianji had used up tens of millions of sky crystals. Luckily, I didn't attack him. Bai Zhongheng and Qianji had fought before. Both of them were on the same level. None of them had the ability to defeat the other. Lin Fei easily defeated Qianji. With such overwhelming strength, Bai Zhongheng and Qianji were no match for him. Bai Zhongheng had never seen Qianji in such a pathetic state. He didn't hesitate to use a treasure that was worth tens of millions of sky crystals to escape. Let's go. Bai Zhongheng didn't dare to stay any longer. If they had attacked just now, the entire battle team would have been annihilated. The members of Zhongheng battle team lost their temper. They looked at Lin Fei with fear in their eyes. How did he manage to kill a member of the battle team with a single punch? The other battle teams shrunk their necks when they saw Qianji almost being annihilated. They didn't dare to breathe too loudly. How could there be such a terrifying person? This was a small world in the Great Thousand World. There wasn't even a physical realm master here. The battle team had the intention to retreat. After Zhongheng battle team left, the other battle teams followed suit. If they didn't leave now, they might die here. I didn't expect you to let them go. Little Devil was curious. I obtained 1,300 complete Emperor's Will crystals from the Desert Bandit King's lair. That's equivalent to 130,000 Emperor's Will fragments. There's no point in killing them now. Lin Fei shook his head. If he were to kill them now, it would be like an adult bullying a child. He wasn't interested. All right, let's go to the center. When the battle teams saw that Lin Fei didn't chase after them, they heaved a sigh of relief. Captain, why is that Lin Fei so terrifying? Qianji's Under the Heavens battle team was killed in a few moves. Qianji was the only one left, and he was almost killed. How brutal! I really don't know how he cultivates. The members of the battle teams were all proud. After witnessing Lin Fei's brutality, they immediately lost their temper. He was truly invincible. What was savagery? This was savagery. Be polite to Lin Fei when you see him in the future. The captain of the battle team was glad that they were only here to complete the mission. Captain Bai, Lin Fei seems like he's going to the next level. He's so fast. I can't see him at all. Those desert bandits are all sent flying. They didn't go too far away. They saw Lin Fei charging toward the center of the stone platform. When Lin Fei crashed into the densely packed desert bandits, they were all thrown off their feet, creating a path for Lin Fei to pass through. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and follow him. This is a good opportunity. Bai Zhongheng could see it clearly. Without hesitation, he led his team and charged forward. Chapter 27-21. Lin Fei activated Proud Sky and charged into the central region like a meteor. A dense crowd of desert bandits surrounded them. Inside and outside, it was a dense mass of desert bandit. There was almost no end in sight. These desert bandits posed a threat to Huang Xiaolong. However, to Lin Fei their attacks were akin to tickles. He charged forward. The desert bandits were sent flying. Lin Fei's charging ability was also very terrifying. When the force of his charge spread out, the bandits behind him were also sent flying. After taking in 120 peak-tier desert bandits in their lair, Zhang Xian no longer had any interest in the other desert bandit. Instead, he simply rampaged around aimlessly. The desert bandits that were sent flying had their bodies sunken in, and they couldn't get up for a long time. Wherever Lin Fei passed, he left a path. My physical body is beyond the peak of the Third Order Emperor realm, and I can easily shatter any external attack. The desert bandits can only pose a threat to Second Order Emperor realm experts. Lin Fei continued to charge forward. Half an hour later, Lin Fei saw a stone platform. There wasn't a single desert bandit around it. It was completely empty. It was a stark contrast to the dense crowd of desert bandits around it. After knocking away the last obstacle, Lin Fei stood on the stone platform. The stone platform was black, and there was nothing special about it. Congratulations on clearing the first layer of the endless desert. While Lin Fei was inspecting the platform, a voice entered his ears. A middle-aged man in gray robes appeared in the air. I am the guardian of this place. Lin Fei was shocked. He didn't know how the other party appeared. Guardian? The middle-aged man nodded. I am the guardian of this place. Since you have cleared the first layer, I can fulfill one of your requests, as long as it is within the scope of my ability. It was just as the information stated. Lin Fei believed it now. Anyone who cleared the first layer could fulfill one request. The reward wouldn't be too bad, but it wouldn't be too good either. I just want a heavenly crystal. The items on the first layer were ordinary, and Lin Fei didn't want much. He was prepared to ask for some heavenly crystals. I'll satisfy you right now. The middle-aged guardian waved his hand and a storage ring appeared. There are 50 million heaven crystals in here. They belong to you now. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. He finally understood why he could not find heaven crystal. Perhaps it had been taken away by someone. 50 million yuan made Lin Fei very happy. A normal great emperor might not even have 50 million heaven crystals, but Lin Fei had gotten it so easily. Thanks. Lin Fei put away the storage ring. He had obtained 50 million heaven crystals. It was no wonder that the forces of the Great Thousand Worlds were willing to send their battle squads here. Once they passed, their rewards would be very great. I want to enter the next level. Lin Fei expressed his opinion. As you wish. A door appeared beside the stone platform, and the sound of seawater could be heard faintly. The next level should be the boundless sea realm. Lin Fei didn't hesitate and rushed through the door. I will definitely take revenge for this. On the sand slope far away, Qianji used his treasure and watched Lin Fei enter the next level with his own eyes. His gaze became especially resentful. Since you can kill the Desert Bandit King, that body-tempering skill must be a mythical skill. Even 7 to 8 great emperors wouldn't be able to break through my armor, but he managed to break through it with his physical strength. His emperor's body has the ability to increase his strength. With such a powerful treasure, I don't even need to kill you. The forces of the Great Thousand Worlds won't let you go. Qianji's gaze was vicious. After losing his battle squad, Qianji couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't even pass the first level. Lin Fei, just you wait. Qianji crushed a treasure, and his figure became blurry before he disappeared from the sand slope. Bang! 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 Lin Fei appeared on the second level. The fishy smell of the sea assaulted his senses. Apart from that, the sky was completely dark. Dark clouds churned, and large raindrops fell from the sky, smashing onto Lin Fei's body like meteors. Every raindrop was extremely heavy. Lin Fei felt like he was shot by a bullet. This level is even scarier than the previous levels. Lin Fei activated Proud Heavenly Body, and a ring of light surrounded him, shattering the falling raindrops. The entire world was like a boundless ocean. There was a loud boom. A gigantic bolt of purple lightning struck down from the dark clouds, and the arc of light flickered. On the ocean, a huge figure tumbled for a while before it was struck by the purple lightning. The seawater evaporated, and the huge figure disappeared without a trace. This lightning is a bit terrifying. A bolt of purple lightning killed a huge sea beast. Although he didn't see the sea beast, Lin Fei could sense the ferocious aura coming from it. It was definitely a huge fellow, and its strength was not weak either. That was enough to kill someone. There were many such huge creatures in the boundless ocean. Lin Fei casually scanned the area and saw more than 10 huge sea beasts. Boom! Another loud boom could be heard. A purple lightning struck down. It was where Lin Fei was. Gotcha! Lin Fei's figure moved, and a shocking scene unfolded before his eyes. The purple lightning actually landed on Lin Fei's body. Arcs of light flashed, exploding on the halo, destroying layer after layer of halo. Lin Fei sucked in a breath of cold air. This speed is even faster than mine. Lin Fei didn't dare to underestimate it. A purple lightning was already so powerful. If there were a few more, it would be troublesome. After determining the direction, Lin Fei started moving close to the surface of the ocean. According to Little Devil, flying in the sky was very dangerous. Not only were there purple lightning, but there were also spatial cracks that could devour people. It was fine to stay close to the surface of the ocean, and it was more flexible. It was easy to say, but it was difficult to do. Lin Fei quickly encountered a group of sea beasts. These sea beasts were quite powerful. They could shoot corrosive acid at Lin Fei, which rained down on him. These sea beasts were easy to deal with. It wasn't easy for Lin Fei to deal with these huge sea beasts. Their bodies were as big as mountains, and their attacks were terrifying. They could control the surrounding seawater, and use the heaven and earth cage, illusions, and other attacks. There were many tricks that Lin Fei had never encountered before. The endless sea realm was much more dangerous than the previous layer. Fortunately, Lin Fei's physique had surpassed the peak of the Third Order Emperor realm. He was able to withstand the attacks of the sea beasts. There was only one thing that interested Lin Fei, and that was their strong vitality. If Lin Fei wanted to kill a sea beast, he would need to attack it more than 10 times. Their defenses were very strong, but there were also sea beasts with weaker defenses. Even so, he would need to attack it more than 20 times. Lin Fei didn't go down much. The sea beasts below were in groups, and they were especially excited when they saw humans. They took the initiative to attack. "There's a treasure chest." Lin Fei tried his best to avoid the sea beasts. He really didn't want to deal with these thick-skinned fellows. After rushing for a few days, Lin Fei saw a treasure chest at the bottom of the sea. This was the first time he had seen such a treasure chest. "I heard that every treasure chest is an opportunity, and there are treasures inside." Chapter 27-22. Ancient Wasteland. While everyone was paying attention to the Aquamoon Cave, a shocking piece of news spread silently. When everyone heard the news, their eyes widened in disbelief. Lin Fei's physique tempering technique is suspected to be at the mythical level. When the news came out, some people did not believe it at first. There was no mythical level technique in the entire ancient wasteland. How did it suddenly appear? What kind of joke was this? How could a junior like Lin Fei possess such a top-notch technique? Just as everyone was in doubt, another piece of news spread. At the same time, there were scenes of Lin Fei charging into the center of the stone platform. What an invincible body! Those are the desert bandits. An emperor-level physique, tempering technique, can't possibly withstand the attacks of the desert bandits so easily. The news is true. The desert bandits have powerful attacks. There are so many of them around the stone platform that even an emperor-level physique, tempering technique, might not be able to withstand them. Only a mythical-level technique can withstand the attacks of so many desert bandits. A mythical-level technique is really unimaginable. Those who saw the scenes could no longer remain calm. Especially within the Great Emperor Alliance, there were some voices. For example, the Shao family, Tianji Hall, and the 8 great ancient families all had their own opinions. The recorded scene was worthy of everyone's deep consideration. Others might not know about the desert bandits, but they knew clearly that they were absolutely ferocious existences. No one dared to be surrounded by them. Many elite teams had died in the hands of the desert bandit. They would turn pale at the mere mention of the desert bandits. They did not want to encounter such terrifying existences in their entire lives. To be able to rampage around the desert bandits in such a domineering manner was something they did not even dare to think about. This was too sick. He had completely disregarded the desert bandit. The scene was recorded very clearly. All the desert bandits that Lin Fei had collided with had their chests caved in. For a short period of time, they lost the ability to move and rushed all the way to the stone platform. Just as everyone was firmly convinced, another piece of news spread. Lin Fei had killed the ruler of the first level, the desert bandits, in the endless desert. This news was even more explosive. The desert bandit king was a fearsome existence. Once he made a move, death was certain. He was a truly invincible existence. No one would be able to withstand his attack. As the news came, there was also a scene being broadcasted. There was a person deep in a cave. Inside the cave, there were mountains of white bones all the way to the center of the cave. There was a huge white bone throne. It was quite terrifying. It was obvious that this was the lair of the Desert Bandit King. Even though the lair was empty, one could still tell that the owner of the cave was of extremely high status. In the endless desert, only the Desert Bandit King could fulfill this condition. This time, everyone's mouths were wide open. They were really stimulated. The Desert Bandit King is the ruler of the first level. That place is deserted. Even the top-grade Desert Bandit guard is gone. It looks like he was really killed by Lin Fei. The rumors are true. Lin Fei has really cultivated a mythical cultivation technique. Someone was fishing by a lake. Emperor Guiyan and the 3 strongest emperors of the ancient wasteland domain were shocked. Mythical cultivation technique. And it was a physical cultivation technique. Even Emperor Guiyan was tempted. He is so young and has cultivated a suspected mythical cultivation technique. Could he be from that place? If not, it is not good for the ancient wasteland domain. In the courtyard of an inn in the ancient wasteland domain. That's great. The news has spread. Finally, it has stirred up everyone's emotions. Even if you come out alive, you will not have a good time. A mythical cultivation technique in the vast 1,000 domains. In a dark room, a young man in a cloak laughed sinisterly. This man was Qianji from the World Battle Team from the Aquamoon Cave. After losing his team members, Qianji did not have the ability to enter. He left the Aquamoon Cave and started the discussion, pushing Lin Fei into the limelight. In the vast 1,000 domains, a mythical cultivation technique, and a physical cultivation technique at that, was definitely precious. Even in that place, a mythical cultivation technique was highly sought after. The discussion in the ancient wasteland domain has started. Those battle teams from the Aquamoon Cave will be very interested when they find out. Qianji had lost his qualification. He would not let Lin Fei have a good time. A mythical cultivation technique was tempting, especially to those battle teams. Regardless of their background, they were all more powerful than Qianji. Lin Fei, aren't you good at killing? This time, I will make you regret it. Qianji's eyes flashed with hatred. Mythical cultivation technique? A first-order great emperor can ignore the desert bandits. Invincible physical body? The news spread among the battle teams. The battle teams that came had left their doppelgangers outside. Through the connection between their souls, they could transmit the news. Therefore, the powerful battle teams in the Aquamoon Cave received the news. When they heard the news, they were obviously stunned. Then, they were overjoyed. A mythical cultivation technique. This was a very powerful cultivation technique, especially when there was a lack of physical cultivation technique. When they heard the news, they immediately recalled Lin Fei's personal information. The second level, the Endless Sea Domain. Lin Fei was not unaware of Qianji's dirty trick. Now, he was thinking if he should touch the treasure chest to see if he was lucky. In the end, Lin Fei decided to go down and take a look. Whoosh! As he approached, a wave of water hit him. Looking closely, it was a fish with serrated teeth. Its slender body attacked like a ray of light. There was more than one such wave. When Lin Fei got close to the treasure chest, hundreds of such waves appeared around him. Before he got close, the seawater moved and chills shot at his chest. There is indeed something guarding it. Lin Fei waved his hand. Ripples appeared in the seawater and spread outwards. The ripples hit the waves of fish and the waves were blown away. He quickly moved closer. Lin Fei's speed was very fast. After touching the treasure chest, a ray of light appeared. Lin Fei arrived in an independent space. The independent space was not very big. With a sweep of his divine sense, he could see the entire space. Whoosh! Just as he released his divine sense, 5 rays of light rushed over. Clang clang clang, 5 different weapons landed on Lin Fei's body, making the sound of metal clashing. Sovereign weapon! Lin Fei was elated. There was a sovereign weapon in the treasure chest. It was a pretty good item. Your attack is powerful, but it's a pity that you met me. You're unlucky. A normal person would have a headache if they encountered 5 unkillable sovereign weapons. But Lin Fei was different. Chapter 27-23. In the isolated space. One after another, the monarch weapons were knocked flying. Before they could return, they were knocked flying by Lin Fei once again. In terms of speed and strength, they were no match against him. Good heavens, out of the 5 sovereign weapons, only one is real. He really knows how to play. With a wave of his hand, Lin Fei kept the last sovereign weapon. Lin Fei was left speechless when he realized that only one monarch weapon was left in the end. How stingy! Lin Fei shared the same thought too. For the others, a single monarch weapon was enough to establish a faction, or even a clan that could last a few 100,000 years. The monarch weapons are on par with the superior desert bandit guards. That being said, the defense of the monarch weapons is weaker than the superior desert bandit guards. After leaving the isolated space, that area of space collapsed. The treasure chest outside had also disappeared without a trace. If it were not for the fact that Lin Fei had entered the place before, he would not believe that there would be treasure chests here, and an isolated space. Since I have plenty of time, I should look for the treasure chests and return with a few monarch weapons. The boundless ocean was huge. Lin Fei was protected by proud heaven, and with the help of little Demonis, he was able to avoid the dangers and find a few treasure chests. This was also very good luck. Each of the treasure chests contained a monarch weapon. In the short span of half a month, Lin Fei had obtained a total of 6 sovereign armament. Among them, several of the treasure chests were extremely dangerous. Anyone who entered would most likely die. Lin Fei himself had also paid a great price to obtain them. After finding 6 monarch weapons, Lin Fei did not find anything else. Although it was a little regretful, Lin Fei was satisfied. After all, he had obtained 6 emperor armament. The other battle teams were not as lucky as him. Perhaps there were only a few treasure chests on this floor, and he would be able to take them all in one go. Where's the King Octopus after searching for so many days? After killing the Desert Bandit Emperor on the previous floor, he had acquired 1,300 monarch crystals. Lin Fei was eager to kill the Octopus Emperor on the second floor to earn more monarch crystals. After searching for more than 10 days, he had encountered many powerful sea beasts, but he still couldn't find the whereabouts of the Octopus King. He even suspected that the Octopus King didn't exist on this level. Could he have been killed in advance? After a few more days, there was still nothing. Lin Fei was about to give up. I can only go to the next floor. He charged all the way to the center of the sea. Lin Fei saw the stone platform again. Compared to the Desert Bandit King on the previous level, there weren't as many sea beasts on this stone platform. However, there were huge sea beasts swimming back and forth in the surroundings, bringing with them a monstrous amount of seawater. Lin Fei couldn't find the Octopus King, so he gave up and rushed in. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. As soon as he charged in, Lin Fei was immediately attacked by a sky full of water arrows. It turned out that there was a massive aquatic beast at the bottom of the sea controlling the water, and the water arrows were quite powerful. When they hit Lin Fei's body, Lin Fei felt pain, which was quite terrifying. Rumble! Dark clouds rolled in the sky as purple lightning struck down from the sky. The place where Lin Fei stood had turned into a sea of lightning. Purple arcs of light moved back and forth. Every time they landed on his body, he would feel a slight numbness. This level of difficulty is only enough to bully an ordinary battle team. Lin Fei lowered his head and charged forward. Ignoring the sea beasts attacking him, he made his way to the stone platform by relying on proud heaven's strength. As soon as he landed on the stone platform, His body automatically activated its defense. Proud Heaven is already in the third layer, but he's still feeling pain all over his body. If he was still a first-order martial monarch realm cultivator, he would be dead for sure. It was the first time Lin Fei felt pain all over his body. It was clear that the sea beast's attack power was quite terrifying. It was a piece of cake for them to annihilate a battle team. Congratulations, you've passed another floor. The middle-aged protector appeared once again. Have you thought about what you want? Give me some complete Emperor Intent crystals, 200 will do. Lin Fei was in a bad mood as he couldn't find the Octopus King. He could only ask for more Emperor Intent crystals. 200 won't do, I can only give you 100. The middle-aged protector said. 100? That's 10,000 Emperor Intent fragments. Lin Fei decisively asked for 100 complete Emperor Intent crystals. He had 1,400 Emperor Intent crystals on hand, which was equivalent to 140,000 Emperor Intent fragments. Lin Fei couldn't think of any other place to obtain so many complete Emperor Intent crystals in one go. Before the Aquamoon Heaven appeared in the ancient wasteland world, Lin Fei had every reason to believe that this place was very popular. Even great emperors could easily enter this place. Complete Emperor Intent crystals were the best proof. The Emperor Intent crystals left behind by the great emperors who died in the Aquamoon Heaven had all gone to Lin Fei. Be careful on the third floor. The second mission of the Dark Shadow Palace was to obtain a Aquamoon Spirit Pearl on the third floor of the Aquamoon Heaven. Lin Fei now believed that this mission would be extraordinarily difficult. Even if he joined a battle team, he wouldn't be able to easily reach the third floor, let alone make it through. Lin Fei had experienced it himself as he made his way to the stone platform. Difficult as ascending to the heavens. The first 2 floors were already like this. He didn't even need to think to know what the third floor would be like. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. The sky was filled with flames and a scorching aura turned into a huge storm that swept across. This was the third floor. Kingdom of Fire. The blazing heat caused the ground to turn fiery red. Many towering trees were completely fiery red. The branches that extended out gave off sparks, covering the entire place in a fiery red color. At the same time, in the Kingdom of Fire, a barrier formation isolated the frightening waves of Qi. A group of 8 people activated their treasures to resist the scorching flames. The third floor is really uncomfortable. The temperature is too high. If we didn't have treasures, the flames on this floor would have killed us, the bald man said impatiently. I hate high temperatures. If the temperature isn't high, how can we reach the third floor? We're lucky. With the information left behind by the higher-ups, we just need to bring the corresponding treasures. Unlike that unlucky team who was unprepared and was burned to death by the heat of the Kingdom of Fire, a 3-eyed young man said disdainfully. You two, stop talking. Keep a close eye on him. Who knows, that Lin Fei fellow might arrive at the third level soon. If he really appears, the moment he is attacked by the high temperature will be the best time for us to strike. These 8 people had been lying in ambush in a canyon. This canyon was the exit from the second floor to the third floor. With the help of treasures, they were lying in ambush in the canyon. The walls of this canyon were also crimson red. In the canyon, a large group of crimson flame giants walked back and forth like balls of fire. Young master, the ancient wasteland world is just a mid-tier world. How could there be a mythical cultivation technique? Are you sure? Chapter 27-24. Young Master. These 2 words were still very heavy in nature. Especially in the battle team, the 7 battle team members all called the black-armored young man Young Master, which meant that his background was not simple. In a few hundred years, his physical body reached the first order of the Great Emperor realm. This young master even suspects that this kid is definitely not a first order of the Great Emperor realm. He might have even cultivated an extremely rare emperor body. This young master's luck is not bad. This body tempering technique is worth at least 100 million heaven crystals. The black-armored young man laughed out loud. Congratulations, young master! Young master is really lucky. Coming to Aquamoon Heavenly Abode for an adventure, you can obtain a treasure worth 100 million heaven crystals. Young master, you're awesome, the battle team members said flatteringly. If there are no accidents, that person should return to the 3rd floor soon. Keep an eye on him, lest he gets robbed. For that kid, what's the big deal about delaying a little? He's here. Inside the Red Canyon. Inside the hidden array. A member of the battle team who was monitoring suddenly shouted. Inside the canyon, there was a slight spatial fluctuation, and a black-robed young man appeared. The moment he appeared in the Red Canyon, endless heat swept over like waves. Attack! The black-armored young man stood with his hands clasped behind his back, his eyes narrowing. As long as I get this mythical body tempering technique and exchange it for 100 million heaven crystals, my emperor body will be able to cultivate to the peak of the 3rd order of the great emperor realm. I might even be able to surpass the limit. At that time, who would dare to look down on this young master? Lin Fei arrived at the 3rd floor. Before he could react, the endless heat swept over. Lin Fei instantly felt as if he was in a furnace. The rings of light around his body exploded one after another. They were even more terrifying than the lightning on the previous floor, and they could even burn proud Heaven's ring of protection. What the hell? There's actually such a flame. Lin Fei didn't have any protective treasures, so he pushed proud Heaven to the limit. The rings of light revolved around him, trying his best to resist the invasion of the heat. On this floor, facing the endless heat, Lin Fei really couldn't find any way to counterattack. He could only passively resist. While Lin Fei's mind was dealing with the endless heat, the attacks from the shadows came as well. Suppress! Above Lin Fei's head, a black pagoda appeared. It rotated, transforming into a 9-layered black pagoda. Each black pagoda had ancient runes carved on its surface. As the pagoda pressed down, the runes danced in the air, merging into the void. After that, the entire world seemed to be suppressed. Damn it, there's an ambush! Lin Fei thought that he was already very fast, but there was actually someone who had reached the 3rd level faster than him. Displeased. He was extremely unhappy. I can't move it. Under the 9-layer black tower, Lin Fei was suppressed by a powerful force, and was unable to mobilize the power of his physical body. His whole body was instantly immobilized, and his expression involuntarily changed. God-slaying arrow! Just as Lin Fei was unable to move, a black beam of light shot out from the void. Danger! When the black light appeared, Lin Fei immediately sensed danger. Bang! The black light was extremely fast, and before Lin Fei could react, his chest was pierced by the black light. Even the halo around his body was unable to block the black light's destructive power. Under the endless heat, half of Lin Fei's body exploded, and blood flowed freely. Under the suppression of the 9-layer black tower, he was unable to mobilize the power of his physical body, and his appearance remained the same. This was the first time Lin Fei's body was pierced through by a treasure. He actually blocked it. His physical body is indeed strong, surpassing the Emperor realm by a level. This is definitely the ability of a top-grade physique tempering art. A surprised voice came from the void. Swoosh! The second arrow flew out. It was still the same black light, and it was filled with the aura of destruction. I definitely can't let this kind of attack hit me again. Otherwise, I'll be in deep trouble. Lin Fei maintained his composure, and he activated his trump card. Sword Control Art. With the 9-layer black tower suppressing him, he couldn't mobilize the power of his physical body. If he was struck by another arrow, his physical body would collapse, and he might even be suppressed for real. At that time, all his advantages would be gone. This arrow attack had to be blocked. To be able to withstand the god-slaying arrow and only have half of his body destroyed, he definitely isn't a first-order Emperor realm, but a third-order Emperor realm physical body. He's really not simple. Even above, there aren't many emperors who can withstand the god-slaying arrow's attack. His physical body is definitely a legendary cultivation art. The corner of the black-armored young man's mouth curled up, and a smile appeared on his face. The black light attacked again. Lin Fei could feel the coldness in his body. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Just as the black light was about to land on his body, 9 flying swords flew out from the void and formed a sword formation. They combined into one sword and slashed at the black light. The speed of the black light was obviously slowed down by this slash. Frost formed in the surroundings, and the void was frozen. Vaguely, one could see the black arrowheads under the black light. Not good, the flying snow godly sword is being suppressed. The first strike of the flying snow divine sword was also unexpected. It was immediately suppressed by the 9-layered black tower. When the second strike was sent out, the speed of the 9 flying snow divine swords also slowed down. The strength was also not as powerful as the first strike. It only managed to split a small part of the black flowing light. The third strike could no longer be used. The black light was covered in frost, but under the high temperature, it disappeared without a trace in the blink of an eye and attacked again. Poisonous desert scorpion. Lin Fei couldn't care so much, and directly released the poisonous desert scorpion to block the black light's footstep. The black tower above me is the key. I have to knock it away, and once my physical body recovers, I will be invincible. Thoughts flashed through Lin Fei's mind, and he immediately had an idea. Bang, bang, bang! The poisonous desert scorpion blocked in front of him, and it consumed the black light's speed and power. One by one, the poisonous desert scorpion exploded. Interesting, he can actually subdue the poisonous desert scorpion. He has some background. The black-armored young man laughed. This Lin Fei really had a lot of things hidden. Unfortunately, you shouldn't have brought a mythical cultivation method. I can only say that you are unlucky. No matter how you struggle, in front of the god-slaying arrow, even if it can't use its full power, it can still kill you easily. It can even kill a heavenly god, let alone you. The black-armored young man shook his head. Supreme-grade desert pirates, knock away the thing above. Lin Fei released the poisonous desert scorpion to delay the black light's speed. Without any hesitation, he immediately released the supreme-grade desert pirates he had subdued. Each of them had a Tier 11 physical body, and their strength was shocking. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Streams of light rushed out and hit the 9-layer black tower. Lin Fei released 120 supreme-grade desert pirates at once. Such an attack was terrifying, and it came so suddenly. Boom, boom, boom. Unexpectedly, the 9-layer black tower was hit by this, and the entire void appeared to loosen. Done. Hua hua hua. Chapter 27-25. The 9 black tower started to loosen. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Lin Fei's proud heaven immediately displayed his extraordinary recovery ability. Half of his body that had been injured before, with the help of his strong life force, recovered to its original state. Speaking of which, Lin Fei had lost half of his desert scorpions. Open. Once his body recovered, Lin Fei's figure disappeared. Boom! With a loud sound, all the top-quality desert bandits disappeared. Lin Fei appeared below the 9 black tower and punched it. Proud Heaven's third layer, power amplification. The space that had been suppressed immediately returned to normal, and the scorching aura pressed down again. Without the power to suppress the space, Lin Fei's physical strength was raised to the limit. With a punch, he sent the 9 black tower flying, removing the suppression. The black flowing light rushed out of the desert scorpions. After suffering once, Lin Fei was very afraid of this arrow. Dangerous. Absolutely terrifying. If he had not cultivated proud heaven, anyone would have died in front of that arrow. 1 arrow killed. You dare come again? The black flowing light slowed down, but its power was as shocking as before. Lin Fei's arm expanded, grabbing the black flowing light. The arrowhead was on his palm, continuously exploding with destructive power. Under the full power of the third layer, he forcibly withstood the attack and grabbed the arrow. Go! Lin Fei waved his hand, and the arrow was crushed by the power. With a swoosh, it pierced into the space, and there was a muffled sound. You dare to ambush me, you are dead! In the formation, the black flowing light counterattacked very quickly. One of the 7 people tried to control it, and the god-slaying arrow was temporarily out of control. With a swoosh, the black flowing light pierced through one of the team members. That person died on the spot. The god-slaying arrow was very terrifying. 1 arrow was enough. The other 6 people were also shocked by this scene. They had never seen anyone who could suppress the god-slaying arrow, lose control, and kill one of their team members in front of them. You guys have guts. With a whoosh, Lin Fei arrived outside of the spell formation and punched it. With a 15-fold increase in strength, the spell formation rippled. After a few punches, it collapsed, revealing the battle team members inside. Die! Now that he had discovered the enemy's tracks, Lin Fei would not show any mercy. An arrow, in addition to a black tower, almost caused him to fall into a dead end. Lin Fei no longer dared to lower his guard. He would kill them first before anything else. Lin Fei punched out and a huge black hole appeared, emitting the aura of death. The entire void distorted. The 6 battle team members took out a black diamond-shaped shield and hid behind it, allowing the black hole to twist and distort. The area behind them was safe and sound. He actually blocked it. This was the first time Lin Fei had used a 15-fold increase in strength. In the end, it was blocked by the opponent's shield. Humph, let's see how you block it. Lin Fei did not believe that they could withstand it. With a thought, the 9 flying snow divine swords drilled out of the void and stabbed at the 6 battle team members. At this moment, their expressions finally changed. They had to join forces to activate the shield to resist the power of distortion. The flying snow divine swords came out, and they had no ability to fight back. Seeing that they were about to be slaughtered by the flying snow divine swords, the young man in black armor, who had not moved, finally made a move. Lin Fei, I still underestimated you. Ding 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 ding. As the young man in black armor spoke, the 9 flying snow divine swords seemed to be hit, and they flew out one by one, losing the ability to attack. Very good sword control technique, but unfortunately, it's useless. The young man in black armor laughed. Let me introduce myself. I come from the Saint Spirit domain. Everyone likes to call me Emperor Ruthless because I am ruthless enough to myself. That's why I can stand here today. In the past, Lin Fei probably did not know what kind of place the Saint Spirit domain was. Ever since he copied all the ancient records in the Dark Shadow Palace, regardless of the type, he copied them all. He really knew the origin of the Saint Spirit domain. What a powerful background! Lin Fei really did not expect that the people from the Saint Spirit domain would come down. They had to pay a huge price. Teleporting down from above was much more expensive than coming from the boundless domain. Without a certain amount of wealth, who could do it? No wonder they have such a powerful treasure. Lin Fei did not think that the battle team from the boundless domain could take out such a powerful treasure to injure proud heaven with 1 arrow. I don't care where you are from. Since you dare to ambush us, then be prepared to pay the price. Lin Fei waved his hand, and the supreme-grade desert bandit guards charged out. He flashed, arrived in front of the shield, and punched it. Let's see how you block it. Dang, a huge impact. The 6 battle team members all flew out. The supreme-grade desert bandits surrounded the 6 battle team members. Now it's your turn. Lin Fei focused on the merciless Great Emperor. This was a powerful character. Break. His physical body moved, and the void exploded. His entire body moved, and a domineering punch landed on the opponent's face. After landing on the opponent's body, the merciless Great Emperor disappeared. He is faster than me. Lin Fei saw the merciless Great Emperor standing not far away. Although the strength of a body-tempering expert is not bad, you do not have many secret arts. This is the reason why everyone condenses the Emperor intent. The merciless Great Emperor laughed. Because the Emperor intent is the most invincible. Together with secret arts and killing moves, killing you is as easy as flipping one's hand. Master, his Emperor intent should be void form, the little devil reminded. As long as Master is willing to pay the Emperor intent fragment, I can help you lock onto this guy's position. Void form. Lin Fei recalled for a moment. It was indeed an illusory form. As soon as he came into contact with the other party, his body disappeared, leaving behind only an afterimage. There were no fluctuations, nor any traces. It was just as the information said, it seemed to be an illusory form. However, one would never be able to tell if it was an illusory form or not. The person who was clearly standing might be an illusory existence, making it difficult to distinguish between real and fake. Even Lin Fei's spiritual sense was unable to capture the other party's traces. He also knew how powerful the void form Emperor intent was. With the little demon around, it would not be difficult to find the other party. Void transformation. Do you really think that you are powerful? Lin Fei roared with laughter and pounced forward. Ruthless shook his head. Stupid fella, people from the small world really don't have good eyesight. This young master will let you experience the power of voidification. There's always someone better out there. Your little ability is nothing. Void form. Ruthless revealed a look of disdain and pointed out with a finger. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Chapter 27-26. Hate Great Emperor made his move. As a genius of the Saint Spirit world, he had comprehended the Void Emperor will, which was quite terrifying. Is this the power of Void Emperor? When Hate Great Emperor's finger attacked, Lin Fei immediately felt it. His body seemed to be on the verge of splitting apart, and his flesh and cells were constantly collapsing. His life force was constantly being consumed, becoming weaker and weaker. It was a very terrifying move. Hua, hua, hua! Life force was being consumed like water. Lin Fei had finally witnessed the power of Void Emperor. Fortunately, his life force was also very strong, and it was not something that could be killed by Void Emperor. Proud Heaven used the third layer, and rings of light appeared on the surface of his body. Space vibration. Proud Heaven's first attack. Lin Fei stirred the space around him, causing the entire space to tremble like an endless wave. Finger piercing. The second attack came. Lin Fei raised his hand and attacked, piercing everything in front of him, straight at Hate Great Emperor. Hua! Hate Great Emperor used Void Emperor will, and the finger attack kept becoming weaker and weaker. It couldn't land on his opponent at all. I didn't expect your life force to be so strong. Even the Void Emperor will couldn't completely Void Emperor will. I have really found something good. Hate Great Emperor laughed, not looking unhappy at all. It was the smile of a hunter who had his eyes on his prey. Hate Great Emperor wasn't afraid of Lin Fei's power, but he was afraid that Lin Fei was too weak and had no interest in fighting. But now he was really interested, very interested. You really talk a lot. After his attack failed, Lin Fei sneered and continued to attack. Hate Great Emperor's body continued to Void Emperor will. Even though he was wearing armor, he didn't dare to use his body to block attacks that could cause space vibration. In the Void Emperor will, he left behind a Void Emperor will. It's useless. In front of the Void Emperor will, you can't hurt me. Hate Great Emperor had a mocking smile on his face. It's all in vain. Is that so? Lin Fei attacked with another finger, and his whole body followed. Hate Great Emperor used Void Emperor will to wear down his opponent's confidence bit by bit. It was very interesting. With the protection of Void Emperor will, Lin Fei would never be able to hit him. Wait, this is... Just as Vicious appeared in a certain location, a figure appeared and tapped him with a finger. Crash! A huge force came at him. Emperor Ruthless quickly used voidification. Just as he reappeared, Lin Fei sent out another finger attack. The power of the two attacks shocked Emperor Ruthless. How did he discover my position? Sovereign Monarch Vicious was able to vanish into the void as he pleased, leaving no traces behind. But now that he had been discovered, and twice in a row, that was not normal at all. If it had happened once, it would have been a coincidence, but it had happened twice in a row. This time, the Great Hate Sovereign showed a rare trace of seriousness. This guy is really not simple. Suppress. Emperor Vicious could not wait to suppress Lin Fei. He wanted to see just what kind of secrets this fellow was hiding to be able to find him after he had used voidification. The 9-story black tower that had been sent flying flew back. Lin Fei did not dare to underestimate this black tower. Previously, he had been suppressed by this thing, and it was definitely the most troublesome treasure. If he was suppressed again, it would definitely be exceptionally troublesome. Stop that guy. Lin Fei mobilized the supreme-grade desert bandits, and they surrounded the Great Hate Sovereign. I have to finish this battle quickly. This Great Hate Sovereign was still very powerful. The voidification was already too much for people to handle. If it happened a few more times, even Lin Fei himself would have a headache, not to mention the suppression of that treasure. Star-plucking moon! Lin Fei shouted. His arm expanded, and the sun and moon appeared in his hand, covering Emperor Ruthless. This was the strongest secret technique of Proud Heaven's third layer. If it were not for Emperor Ruthless' mysterious background, Lin Fei would not have needed to use this secret technique. The star-plucking moon secret technique was used. Emperor Ruthless immediately felt a sense of danger. This is a secret body cultivation technique of the large sections. Who is he? How can he know such a secret technique? Emperor Ruthless was very knowledgeable, and he recognized the power of this secret technique. Therefore, he did not dare to hesitate anymore. Voidification, disintegrate. Emperor Ruthless had two kinds of Emperor Intents, and they were both very powerful. The voidification completely turned everything around him into a void. The disintegration was even more terrifying. With this kind of Emperor Intent, Emperor Ruthless was almost invincible among the same generation. But this time, Emperor Ruthless used two kinds of Emperor Intents under the effect of the star-plucking moon secret technique, which was a very rare situation. The area covered by Lin Fei's palm was sealed. The space was also sealed. Currently, Proud Heaven hadn't reached the 12th layer, and when Lin Fei used it, it could only cover 1,000,000 miles, which was enough to deal with Emperor Ruthless. The palm of his hand was equivalent to a country. In this country, no one could escape. In the end, they could only fall into Lin Fei's hands. The voidification and disintegration Emperor Intents attacked the palm. One had to admit that the two kinds of Emperor Intents were very domineering, but after using the star-plucking moon secret technique, Lin Fei's palm was not something the Emperor Intents could break. As Lin Fei's palm shrank, Emperor Ruthless' range of movement shrank. No matter how the voidification and disintegration Emperor Intents attacked, they only caused faint ripples on the surface of the palm. Emperor Ruthless' expression changed. Lin Fei's strength was definitely out of his expectations. This kind of body-tempering secret technique was never taught to outsiders. Emperor Ruthless didn't care about ordinary body-tempering practitioners, even if they had cultivated the Emperor body. But after mastering the secret technique, it would be troublesome. This level of secret technique is at least at the 6th level of the Holy Soul realm. Emperor Ruthless was very clear about the classification of secret technique. According to the level of secret techniques, there were a total of 12 levels of the Holy Soul realm. Any expert who wanted to dominate an area and become an overlord would have to cultivate a secret technique. The strength of the secret technique determined whether or not one could fight beyond one's level. Secret techniques were very important. However, all the powerful secret techniques were basically kept under control and would not fall into the hands of outsiders. If one wanted to learn a powerful secret technique, they would either have to spend a large sum of money to purchase it or join a sect and earn merits in exchange for the secret technique. Emperor Ruthless realized that the star-plucking moon secret technique was a very terrifying one. It was at least at the 6th level of the Holy Soul realm. But in a place like the ancient wasteland world, it was performed by a body-tempering practitioner. Next time, you might not be so lucky. Emperor Ruthless took out a talisman. The Jingguang flickered and felt a slight pain in his heart. With a flash of light, the sealed space was torn open. He ran. Emperor Ruthless ran away. And he even took away the servant who was almost killed. What a powerful captive to be able to tear apart my star-plucking moon secret technique. His power is not ordinary. Lin Fei didn't chase after him and recalled the scene just now. Chapter 27:27. Aquamoon Cave, Level 3. Lin Fei was not in a hurry to move forward after the terrifying attack. The red flame giants that were wandering in the Red Canyon surrounded him like a ball of fire. Lin Fei had the top-quality desert bandits take action. They worked together to kill the scarlet flame giants and took inventory of the remaining top-quality desert bandit. My goodness, they actually managed to block the attack of the ultimate desert bandits and even took the opportunity to kill 6 of them. No wonder they were able to surround me. Lin Fei rejoiced in his heart. His proud heavenly body was strong enough to block that arrow. After killing the Desert Bandit King on the 1st level, Lin Fei had absorbed a steady stream of life essence. Even the life force that he had expended was instantly replenished. Lin Fei was not happy that he was ambushed on the 3rd level. Proud Heaven's 3rd secret skill, picking stars and moon, was not able to take down his opponent. This was the first time that his secret killing move failed. Next time, let's see what treasure you can use to escape my secret skill attack. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. If my proud heaven reached the 4th or even the 5th level and used picking stars and moon, I would definitely not be able to break through my hand's China degree. A battle team with an extraordinary background attack. Lin Fei became cautious and contacted the person in charge of the Dark Shadow Palace, number 130. Aquamoon Cave did not cut off contact. Number 130 knew that Lin Fei had entered the 3rd level and was in a good mood. He was stronger than expected. However, when he heard that he was ambushed, his expression changed. Did you annihilate a battle team in the Endless Desert? It must be Qianji from the Under the Heavens battle team. Right now, everyone in the ancient wasteland world is talking about you. They say that you have a mythical level body tempering technique. They must be coming for you. Number 130 immediately knew what was going on. When I get out, I must kill this guy. Lin Fei was a little regretful that he could not kill Qianji. However, he was not worried that Qianji would do anything else. Without a battle team, he probably did not dare to stay in Aquamoon Cave alone. The only thing that Lin Fei didn't expect was that this Qianji of the Under the Heavens battle team was good at creating rumors and attracting everyone's attention. Lin Fei also knew why he was ambushed at the entrance of the 3rd level. That means that the Aquamoon battle team is ready to attack me? Lin Fei asked. Number 130 could not help but worry. Yes, you have indeed been targeted by them. As for the battle team that ambushed you, it should be Emperor Ruthless from the Saint Spirit Domain. He is a genius from the Saint Spirit Domain and has mastered Void and Division. His combat power is terrifying and he has a few powerful treasures. He likes to travel the vast 1,000 worlds to find opportunities. Of world. He is very good too. You escaped. No wonder his treasure is so powerful. Besides the Saint Spirit Domain, Lin Fei really could not think of any other place that had treasures that could easily suppress him. 2 treasures in a row, 1 suppressed and 1 destroyed. 9 out of 10 people would not be able to dodge such an attack. You have to be careful. Emperor Ruthless suffered a small loss in your hands. He will definitely target you. He has a demon subduing pagoda that can suppress a space. Other than that, he also has a god-slaying arrow. It is a saint spiritual treasure. 1 arrow can kill a myth expert. Number 130 reminded. So that thing is called a god-slaying arrow. No wonder it is so powerful. He is truly a god of death. Lin Fei thought. No one would want to face him a second time. Can you help me check how many of the strongest battle teams have arrived so that I won't be attacked by other battle teams? Since Emperor Vicious battle team is on the 3rd level, I'm afraid that there are other battle teams on the 3rd level as well. Lin Fei asked. Alright, I will help you check immediately. Number 130 was also angry. Qianji, that bastard. Regardless of whether the myth cultivation technique existed, once the news spread, and with Lin Fei's various abilities, those powerful battle teams would definitely not let go of this opportunity. 1 day later, in the Red Canyon, Lin Fei received the information collected by number 130. This time, you are in trouble. Number 130 couldn't wait to kill Qianji from the Under the Heavens team. Qianji spread the news about you, attracting the attention of some teams. The Merciless team is one of them. Other than them, there are 3 other teams. You have to be careful. One is the Annihilation team, the other is the Cultivators team, and the last one is the Tyrant team. These 3 teams are all capable of fighting against the Merciless team. According to the news, they are the first batch to enter the 3rd floor. Lin Fei frowned slightly. Just from the names, these 3 battle teams seem to have quite a background. Most importantly, each of these 3 battle teams was as strong as Ruthless battle team. This meant that they had secret treasures in their hands, which made them a real threat. These 3 battle teams all have treasures. Each of them has a saint treasure similar to the god-slaying arrow. Although your physical body is strong, it is best not to get hit by a saint treasure. It will be very disadvantageous to you. Number 130 reminded. God-slaying arrow is a saint treasure? Lin Fei recalled the records about saint treasures. Saint treasures were classified according to their power. The lowest was Saint Spirit level 1, and the highest was Saint Spirit level 12. Any saint treasure was very expensive. It could be said that there was no market for them. All of them were in the hands of the big sects, and they were rarely found in the outside world. Even if they were to be found in the outside world, each saint treasure would be worth at least a few 100 million sky crystals. It was definitely an astronomical figure. Lin Fei was puzzled. No matter how powerful an emperor's treasure was, it did not seem to have such power. So it was a saint treasure. All 3 battle teams had saint treasures. Lin Fei did not dare to be careless. Yes, the god-slaying arrow is a saint treasure. Every one of them contains the terrifying power of the emperor's heart. It is something that can only be refined by a legendary elite. It has terrifying destructive power. Number 130 did not know that Lin Fei had withstood an attack from the god-slaying arrow. If he knew, his eyes would probably widen. No saint treasure was that easy to block. Remember, your mission is to go to the stone platform on the 3rd level and retrieve the Water Moon Spirit Pearl. As long as you complete your mission, you will be the focus of the Dark Shadow Palace's candidate. At that time, even these battle teams will not dare to cause trouble for you, Number 130 said solemnly.